Cash app, dollar sign on box rhyme. Hey, 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 hey. Haters gone, hate supporters done. Hey, 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 hey. Haters gone, hate supporters done. Hey, support me at home, don't support one of them clones. I'm really one of them ones. I'm really him or they dumb. Cash app, dollar sign on box rhyme. I'm really real one of them. I'm really him, I'm really out here standing on 10. Like and subscribe, thumbs up the video. I'm really real one of them. I'm really him, I'm really out here standing on 10. Like and subscribe, thumbs up the video. Haters gone, hate supporters done. Haters gone, hate supporters done. Support me at home, don't support one of them clones. I'm really one of them ones. I'm really him or they dumb. Cash app, dollar sign on box rhyme. Haters gone, hate supporters done. Haters gone, hate supporters done. Support me at home, don't support one of them clones. I'm really one of them ones. I'm really him or they dumb. Cash app, dollar sign on box rhyme. I'm really real one of them. I'm really him, I'm really out here standing on 10. Like and subscribe, thumbs up the video. I'm really real one of them. I'm really him, I'm really out here standing on 10. Like and subscribe, thumbs up the video. Haters gone, hate supporters done. Haters gone, hate supporters done. Support me at home, don't support one of them clones. I'm really one of them ones. I'm really him or they dumb. Cash app, dollar sign on box rhyme. Haters gone, hate supporters done. Haters gone, hate supporters done. Support me at home, don't support one of them clones. I'm really one of them ones. I'm really him or they dumb. Cash app, dollar sign on box rhyme. Please don't. Please support on it. I'm really one of them ones. I'm really him or they dumb. Cash app, dollar sign on box rhyme. Cash app, dollar sign on box rhyme. Cash app, dollar sign on box rhyme. I'm really real one of them ones that they dumb. Thumbs up, subscribe, cash app, dollar sign on box rhyme.
A lot of niggas just want to be led. You see what I'm saying? So they don't give a fuck what the motherfuckers say. They can have charisma or whatever, and motherfuckers fall right in line. And that's just how some of these niggas, these damn occult motherfuckers and shit, when they say go ahead and drink the poison, it'd be a whole lot of you motherfuckers in there drink. People be asking, well, how did he get 900 motherfuckers to drink cyanide? You see, that's a very good goddamn question. How do you get 900 people to drink cyanide? You see, that's a good goddamn question. But believe it or not, you see, there's a lot of groups out here that follow behind, a figure. You see, this is not about following a figure. It's about looking at the information for what it is. You see, the thing is, a lot of people, they run off at their motherfucking mouth until a motherfucker get the ups on their ass.
I'm trying to get at you, but shit, things are so janky in here. There's so much stuff going on. A lot of people are coming in. Y'all share the room, by the way. There's so many people commenting at the same time. Hold on one second. Let's see, Ronnie. All right. Now, y'all not going to be trolling in the room. We're not doing that. Y'all not just going to be in here trolling like women. That's what tethers do. Ronnie, what's up, Ronnie?
Hey, Tariq, I just got a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to know, are you going to talk about the James Smalls incident?
Yeah, I'm gonna discuss that. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. Thank you,
All right.
beloved. All right. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about what's happening with James Small. And hold on one second. Hold on. Powder, you out of here. You're not gonna. All right, Powder is out. Okay. Hold on. Okay, hold on one second. Hold on. There we go. Got it. Got Powder out of here. But yeah, the thing with James Small, I know a lot of people are talking about that. James Small, Professor James Small. A lot of people have been on his bumper because he was very, very disrespectful to the lineage, very disrespectful to me. And yeah, he said some little disrespectful stuff before, and I kind of let it slide. I didn't, I'm like, okay. He's in the new movie that we're working on, Hidden Colors 6. And basically what it looks like, because James Small, he was one of the main people talking delineation language. All right. He was one of the first people talking that. He knows what it is. What it looks like, some of that African tour money might be drying up because a lot of these he's a Pan-Africanist, and a lot of these cats, they make their little money with those African tours. I think he's going on one in December. They take people over to Africa, so that shit is drying up. You know, that's their little hustle, and that shit is drying up because people are delineating. So, and a lot of ops are in his ear. But the thing is, I'm not. Some people were like, well, yeah, some of the ops got to him. They like to manipulate the elders. My thing is, some of these ops, yeah, they're in your ear for a reason because they know that you have a friendly ear to them. So I'm not going to put it just on the ops because these same ops be hollering at a lot of different people. Why you listening to them? You understand? You listening to them because you might have to share the same ideology with them. You dig? But with Professor Smalls, yeah, some of the disrespect that he's shown towards me and the family, I've helped Mr. Smalls for real, for real. Truth be told, nobody was really rocking with Professor Smalls until we put him in Hidden Colors, and he said this. Nobody was rocking with Professor Smalls. I mean, he did his thing back in the day, but nobody was really rocking with him. He said this. You know? And a lot of people are saying doing some real oppy stuff. I wouldn't put it past. But let me say this for the record. I'm not rocking with Professor Smalls anymore. The disrespect, because I've shown that man nothing but respect. Family that he has a hotel over there in Africa. When that shit was failing, I gave money to help him out with that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that type of the little disrespect, and he's been kind of doing that. He gets with these tethers and been taking shots at me, but then he just went real disrespectful to me, and there's a point of no return. Yeah, there's a point of no return with some of the stuff he was saying about me. That ain't so. For the record, I'm letting folks know. Yeah, all that respect the elders. I respect the elders if you are respectable. Because you start kind of lying and saying shit ain't true. I have no respect for you at this point. I've lost all respect for Professor Smalls. I don't rock with him. We're taking him out of the movie Hidden Color 6. He's not going to be in it. It's going to be a minute. We're re-editing that. We're taking him out. In fact, I'm going to replace him with about 3 people that I want to get. There's a couple of people that I want to get. I want to get Black Alpha. I want to get my brother Dave Anderson. I want to get him. You know who I want to get? I want to get this brother.
Yeah, I wish I really could get on Hidden Colors because, like I said, I got a lot to speak about as far as one, how poor immigrants can replace or gentrify foundation Black Americans. It's like impossible coming to this country as third worlders. They have no real education, no real money, and a lot of them like fled over here, illegally or asylee or evacuate, something like that. But they didn't come over here highly selected. You feel me? Like they were not the top 1%, 10% of the country. So they're not high earners, not high skilled, or highly educated. So how is it possible that they can gentrify American citizens that's like way more educated, highly skilled, and make more money than them? So I got that information for you, and I got the black thing. Who's black, who's not. So I think that information would be really, really deep on a big platform like the Hidden Color series.
Brother who's up in here too, brother and CEO.
And by the way, I seen Q Butter, so he's live on another person panel who's a Pan-Africanist, and they got a guest, an FBA guest over there, and he's holding it down. And Q Butter is being very disingenuous. He's being very passive aggressive, acting like he's not against FBA, but the whole time he is. Okay, but I'm gonna do a review on that tomorrow. Cook him on that since I gotta cook him indirectly since he's afraid. He'll hop over there, but he came over here. He hopped over there and hauled ass. Yeah, I seen him, but he's live on somebody else's platform with a little bit of live viewers, a little bit, tiny bit of live viewers, and he's trying to go in on a FBA caller. Now, the woman platform that he's on, she came over here too. She came over here and she asked a few questions. She was like trying to support like illegals getting arrested for being illegal and committing crimes. And I cooked her on that because she tried, she put the fake news. Oh, no, some of them are real citizens. I cooked the shit out of her. And she didn't really give me too much rebuttal. Then she left. So she knows better. He's on her platform. Dude's scary as hell, man. But when a debate an FBA guy asks the stupidest questions possible, like, nah, you come over here, you're not going to ask a million questions so you can't be held accountable. Because aren't y'all representing Africa? All right, then y'all got to speak and justify Africa's actions against FBAs.
I want to get some of the fresh brothers in here who knows what's up, who can spit that history. And where you at, brother?
Yeah, and I really know my take on black and the illegals gentrifying us. I really believe like Black America will really enjoy that. But fam, get the likes up. I haven't really checked just yet, but get the likes up.
Yeah, because the spirit was telling me really a few weeks ago. Something kept telling me.
Professor BUSSY puppet. Oh, that'd be funny.
Man, you should have had Ant in the movie. You should have had Black Out. I'm like, well, damn, we've already filmed the movie. I'm like, well, damn. I'm like, shit, and we've already filmed the movie, so it's already long as hell.
Super chat. Hey, man, big shout out to Tariq Bay. Tariq Bay, large super chat, $49.99. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. The lineage love is real. He sets it off. Thank you for that. And I hope everybody that celebrates Thanksgiving had a great Thanksgiving. I definitely ate well. The hell with Pan-Africans talking about. They can starve all they want. I ate well yesterday. Had leftovers today. Ate well again. You dig? Pan-Africanists, all I can say to you guys is stay hungry.
You know? But yeah, Dan is already in it, by the way. Yeah, brother Daniel, he's already in it. Daniel's already in it. Yeah. But I heard Jason Black got on. Everybody's getting on his bumper. Everybody's getting on his bumper. Professor Allen, he's already in it. Wani's in it. Yeah. You see, but yeah, I wanted to get Black Alpha, so I really want to get him now because yeah, I'm taking all the small stuff out. All of Professor Small stuff is coming out. So yeah, I don't rock with him at all. Not only is all of his stuff coming out, we're taking any reference of him out of the damn museum. We have a mural of Professor Smalls. When I'm going out of town for the week. When I come back, that shit's getting covered. Family, who should we put on the wall of the Hidden History Museum in his place? Y'all give me some suggestions. Yeah, we're going to cover the mural and the whole shebang. We're covering the mural and everything. I'm not fucking with him whatsoever. Yeah? Because there was already some little funny style shit that I didn't like with that old op-ass Jade, where we had an event and Jade was all in his ear, and then he's all clicked in with her, and she was doing all that oppy shit. So I had a little bad taste in my mouth about him then. So I'm cool in the game. No, I'm not putting no damn Dr. Umar on there. Claude Anderson's already on there. All right, Claude, and we got something about Wani in the museum, by the way. We got Claude Anderson on the mural. Yeah. We got something about Bobby Hemmett in the museum. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, man, there's a new energy now where, do we have something about Reza? Do I have something about Reza in the museum? I probably need to put something in there about Reza. Because somebody said Khalid Muhammad. Hey, you know what? That's a good one. We got something about Khalid in the museum, but Khalid Muhammad, or Elijah Muhammad, Fred Hampton. Hold on. Y'all giving some good names. We already got Dr. Welsing. 19 Keys is in the movie, by the way. John Henry Clark is on the wall. He's already on it. Who else? Khalid Muhammad. That might be a good one. Who else? Larry Hoover. Man. Miles Davis. We got a picture of Miles Davis in the museum. All right. Yeah, now brother 19 Keys, he's in the movie. I think we got something in the museum about Ivan Van Sertima. This nigga said Cisco. If you don't stop. But yeah, like I said, I'm not. It's to me, it ain't even a big deal. I'm not going to even make a big deal about it, because it is what it is. It is what it is. But look, delineation. Some people feel like it's drying up their little money. You know, it's drying up people's money. It's drying up their income. And hey, that's what it is. We keep it pushing. I've never disrespected that man. Ever. Never, ever, ever. Never, ever. But what we're not going to do, I'm not going to sell out the lineage for a couple of Negro pennies so I can do a couple of tours or sell some DVDs overseas or whatever. Yeah, I guess his little African tour money, I guess he don't want to mess that up. I'm not that dude, man. Y'all not, look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be a generic African. All right? If that's what you want to do, knock yourself out. I'm not pretending to be a generic African. And you know better. You understand? Because listen, I talked about this last night on Twitter Space. Listen, people trying to cling to that generic African thing, that's an escape hatch from responsibility and power. You see, when you acknowledge that you are the foundation of this country, and that you are foundational Black American, and that you owe homage and respect to your lineage, now you got responsibilities. You got to step up and protect your lineage. You got to start setting standards. You got to get out here and put in some work, which is what a lot of our young folks are doing out here with lineage-based advocacies out here. You understand? So the thing is, man, a lot of these people who's on that Pan-African thing, and there's foundational Black Americans who's on that, who's, being a foundational Black American is a lineage. All right, it's a lineage. That's it. So you can be whatever you want to be. But the thing is, folks wanting to be a generic African because of some survivor's remorse, because you got a lot of people with survivor's guilt who's foundational Black American. James Small, he's from a foundational Black American lineage. Or his family's from South Carolina. But you got a lot of these people, especially the older ones, who got this survivor's guilt. They think, okay, if you look out for your own lineage here, you're going to be anti-African, and you owe them something, like you're betraying Africa and all that. Dude, Man, we look out for our lineage here. If we choose to look out for the people globally, that's fine. But we don't have to do this Superman Batman shit where we're everybody's savior, where we're neglecting what's going on here. Yeah. So yeah, it's a whole new vibe right now. It's a whole new vibe right now, and a lot of people are clinging on to old ideologies. And this is what I like about the delineation movement, because it's not an ideology. It's not something that you can quit or join or disregard. You are your lineage. That's the great thing about it. And like I said before, these Pan-African circles, that's an ideology. That's why these Pan-African circles can be easily infiltrated. They're not about ideologies. They're not, I mean, they're ideological, they're not lineage-based. Pan-Africanism is based on broad, vague, borderless ideas. So anybody can come in and claim to be a damn Pan-Africanist. Anybody. Anybody. Yeah. And the shit people been talking about Pan-Africanism for over 100 years and ain't no results. And hey, if you want to do that, if you want to sit around and have an idealistic view of Africa, knock yourself out. Some of us don't want to do that. Some of us are looking at our lineage here and saying, hey, this is what we're going to protect, because we can't sit here and let people erase us and have ethnic genocide. You know? So that's what it is. So it's a new day out here. But yeah, I'm not rocking with dude, and that's just what it is. And again, you know, the Hidden Colors series is about, you know, unity and everybody be on the same page. But hey, you know, life happens, man. Sometimes people be on some other shit. You don't know what it's about, and hey, there's a certain level of disrespect that you just can't take no more. Just like with Umar and those guys, you know, Umar, I let a lot of shit slide, and then I'm not letting it slide no more. Yeah. People get on some bullshit. Yeah. And when they get on some bullshit, usually they start falling off. Yeah. Let's be very, very clear. A lot of people that's really pushing the Pan-African talk are these these academics, these Democrat-aligned operatives, and other alphabet operatives, because they understand that Pan-Africanism blurs the lines between who's foundational Black American and who's not. And then reparations become muddled. Lineage-based policies, they get all derailed. The immigrants start gaining access to specific resources for us. Yeah. And the only people who benefit are non-FBAs. You know what I'm saying? So we're saying no, we're not doing that. We're saying that shit ain't happening no more. We're saying that is not happening no more. We're going to focus on lineage. Because they know that Pan-Africanism, that allows immigrant groups to claim our cultural accomplishments. You know, we're not taking credit for their culture, they're taking credit for ours. You know, they insert themselves in the foundational Black American political movements. They claim foundational Black American platforms. You dig? They come in and hijack things and flip it and then bastardize it. And it's just not, we ain't doing that. Enough is enough. We're not doing that. We're saying we're cool on that. Yeah? And let me say this, when people, and this is very important, because when people start talking about CIA and the FBI and all that, and then you can't bring up no receipts, you know, usually people who are a part of those alphabet gangs do that. That's an alphabet gang tactic. That's what they do. Now, shit, We know for a fact these Pan-African organizations were the main culprits for some damn FBI infiltration. Those were the main ones. Yeah? When people walk around talking about foundational Black Americans as an FBI operation, watch them. Watch them. That's a disinformation tactic within itself, because you see they can never bring up any proof or any evidence or any, what would the agenda be? See, real operatives, they push claims that cannot be proven or disproven. They'll say, FBA, that's a CIA operation. Okay, then what's the mission? Name the mission. What's the agency objective? What's the federal benefit? What's the operation number? Yeah? Those are classic Fed disinformation tactics designed to muddy the water, to not explain anything, just to throw some shit out there and never explain it. Yeah? They can never explain what the FBI or CIA would gain from amplifying a foundational Black American lineage. Ask these, they can never give you an answer. Okay, there is no answer. That's why they just get to trolling. They'll say some shit, then when you get into specifics, okay, what would the FBI and the CIA gain from us recognizing our lineage? Well, you making all that money and shit. It gets into troll shit. See, if the FBI wanted chaos, they would target anti-government groups, they would target foreign extremists, they would target paramilitary threats, they would target cyber threats. Why would the CIA invest resources to help Black Americans identify their lineage? That literally makes zero sense whatsoever. On a strategic level, on a political level, on a national security level. So their inability to explain what the goal is, that exposes the lie. Watch when people start saying shit like that. What would be the goal? That makes zero sense. What, the FBI sat up in a room and, okay, this is what they're telling you. The FBI sat in a room and said, hey, let's finesse these Black Americans into looking at their lineage and fighting for reparations to make us pay them. And let's not have a leader. Let's have nobody claim leadership, and it's not a group. Well, what? No, how would that work? You know what I'm saying? None of this shit makes sense. It don't make no sense. The only people who saying it's a group are them. Anytime somebody, hey, y'all a group, we never say that. The only people who say that are operatives. You know what I'm saying? The shit never makes no damn sense. When they start saying, well, FBA, that was created to sow division. You notice one thing? They can never tell you what's being divided. That's the biggest hole in your argument. What's being divided between what, foundational Black Americans and immigrants? Where's the established unity? Huh?
Before you say one more word, did y'all hear the new song? The new song is called They Don't Like Us, They Not Like Us. All right, let's check it out.
They not like us. They not like us. They don't like look-alikes. They not like us. They don't like us. They not like us. They not like look-alikes. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They don't like look-alikes. They not like us. They don't like us. They don't like us. They don't like look-alikes. They don't like us. We the original, number one, uno. We're not alike, you know. Y'all are liar like we made in the image, our likeness. Our image is righteous, our lineage is priceless. You can't buy or sell it, they tried it, they tried to sell it, they tried They not like us. They not like us. They don't like lookalikes. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They don't like lookalikes. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They don't like lookalikes. They not like us. They don't like us. They don't like us. They don't like lookalikes. They don't like us. They not like us. They not like us. They don't like lookalikes. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They don't like lookalikes. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They don't like lookalikes. They not like us. They don't like us. They don't like us. They don't like lookalikes. They not like us. We the original, number one on the road. We're not out of light, you know. Y'all are all liars, like we're made in the image and likeness. Our image is righteous, our lineage is priceless. You can't buy or sell it, it's right. Can't buy or sell it, it's right.
Yeah, so at work, it's like they let us play our playlist. So today they was like, all right, what you got? Right. So I played a couple tracks, you know, regular shit. And like they seemed kind of bored. Like regular stuff, regular Gunna, whatever it is. It was kind of bored. So I'm like, all right, let me play this little new FBA single. I play this. They were all bopping. And the owner of the business was like, yo, that song stays in your head. He's like, that's a good song. White guy. I was like, yeah, that's the point. The point to make good songs for the lineage that are anthems that stay in your head. Yeah, but people have been really embracing this, not just the lineage, but you got outsiders be like, yo, that song fire. So I'm glad I got the love for the song right there. I'm gonna play a little later. You dig? But so I was a featured. I was guest featured on a panel, right? You know, a Pan-Africanist panel calling me out by name, you know, rage baiting. I said, let me come on. Because I know they're just gonna cut me off and not let me talk and ask a question and then ask another question. I know. I say, let me just do it, you know, to show people how to behave on a panel. You're not gonna see me twist, tiptoe, tether, troll, and tap out. You're not gonna see that, even though they was being disrespectful. So check it out, family.
We wait. And then what politician they working with to get us a check?
He's calling me now. He must not have been able to get in.
Nah, man, man, stop it. The link is right here in the chat. Here, let me copy.
So the whole time I'm in the back chat, I took a picture of it too, in case. So the dude is lying, acting like I'm scared to get in, and that's why the guy. So I'm gonna go back a second. I'm gonna go back. The guy said, "Hey, I think he's calling me now because he's in the back chat." Somebody got little men. He said, "Nah, he lying. You gotta click the link." Yo, family, the whole time I'm in the back chat, he's calling me out at the same time, saying I'm scared to come in when I'm in the back chat. Super chat in the building, first class citizen. Ladies love $20. He says, "Good evening, brother Ron. I happened to catch a few minutes of this the Black American sister who had a host of tethers making mockery of the delineation movement and talking reckless on the platform." Oh yeah, no, yeah. I just spoke about her. Do you know she's a Pan-Africanist? She came over it before, bro. She came over here and she tried that and she backed down. She was quick to back down like Lil Jon and she hauled ass. But I've been on her channel before. Yeah, they don't talk crazy, bro. They give me the utmost respect when I talk to those folks. But yeah, she don't talk crazy to me. But Q Butter's over there. And Q Butter's supposed to come over here, right? So he's dodging me. You see, he's clearly dodging the channel. He's over there with a whole, like you said, a whole host of tethers, and they're afraid to come over here. And you see how respectful I am. Like, I let revenue go in. I let them go. It'd be respectful, no name call, no roasting, straight professional cook. I just cook them. I don't got to do all that. I just cook them. So I don't give them a reason not to come over. Oh, nah, you just gonna roast, you gonna mute me? Nah, just come over. So that's why I'm on this panel right here. I'm on somebody else's channel, family. showing you how to do it, showing really them how to do it. We know how to conduct ourselves. So check it out. But yeah. So I was definitely peeping that out, and I'm gonna do a reaction. Don't worry. Thank you, first class citizen. But I'm gonna do a reaction to that broadcast right there.
Nah, man, man, stop it.
So as I was saying, I'm currently in their back chat, and he's defaming me, saying I'm scared to pull up. I'm in the back chat. He's not letting me up purposely. So the dude is gonna say, yo, I think he's calling me now because he's trying to get in. Oh, no, he ain't.
Indigenous, what politician they working with to get us to check?
He's calling me now. He must not have been able to get in.
Nah, man, man, stop it. The link is right here in the chat. Let me copy it again.
Yeah, I've been in there. I'm in the back chat. If you just look, Alexis Berry, hey chat, peace and blessings. Thanks to you. Lenny's love, $2 Lenny's love in the chat, man. Happy holidays.
He ain't backstage. Hold up. Let me
I
copy
ain't backstage. I had just took a picture, a screenshot of me backstage.
StreamYard, copy. Over here talking about Tariq and shit. He ain't did shit. Hold up. There it is. There it is again.
Mr. CJ said, my ninja, why are they going to debate? Why should we align ourselves? Right. Align ourselves with a few African. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I made that revelation known. That's a good observation. I made that revelation known early this year. I said, yo, we are the majority compared to them. What the hell do we need 100 folks of their kind joining us? What are they going to help us accomplish? Like family, that was a sincere thought, sincere question. How does a few of them align themselves with us is going to help us do anything that we didn't get done already? Absolutely. And of course, it was crickets. There's no benefit at all for us, but it's a huge benefit for them to get 43 million on their side to help them out with immigration. So we get why they need us.
Hold up. Let me show it. Hold up. Right there. And then just keep talking for a second.
All right. Yeah, I'm about you. There's a link right there, brothers. I'm trying to hook y'all two brothers up because, like I said, this could be a pay-per-view debate with these two brothers going back and forth in the ring. The man Digger Miley, the man who never backs down and unbiased force, the man with too legit to quit. We will see these two jump up in there. See a power.
Now, dude ain't on my level at all as far as like debating. Like he knows that. He's just a waste of time. Like he's not my level at all. He's just not. He's not. That's a waste of time for me.
Powerful conversation if we can get these two brothers together.
I want SETI. I want Professor BUSSY Smalls. I want the main guys running their mouths. I want Q Butter. You dig? I want the uppity Pan-Africanists.
So, you'll hop on up here, brother. I ain't gonna mess with you.
That's all they do is insult. That's all they do is insult. They don't see, y'all know what it is. They don't really want to have a conversation. It just insults. That's why I'd rather have it on my channel where it's organized. It's more professional. You're not allowed to throw insult. I don't even do it myself. You see, I lead by example. That's why I don't like to go in their panels. It's messy.
On up here.
Let me fast forward till I get on.
Go ahead, bro.
Here we go.
TV exclusive. I got my first tether type of feather guy. I don't know what the hell this lingo is, but he's FBA. We got FBA. He's one of the generals for Tariq Nasheed. Go ahead, bro. Now you need to tell us what movements is you doing in politics. That's the first thing we didn't know before you say a word.
See, so they just try to dictate what you say, ask a stupid question, and they want to. So now the question is stupid by itself. So there's no smart answer I can give. So any answer won't be the answer. So they could time waste me by saying, no, that ain't the answer. Answer the question. It's like, dude, your question is dumb to begin with. There's no good answer to that. Let me listen to the question again.
What the hell this lingo is, but he's FBA. We got FBA. He's one of the generals for Tariq Nasheed. Go ahead, bro. Now you need to tell us what movements is you doing in politics. That's the first thing we didn't know before you say a word. Go ahead. What's his name? What congressman?
Yes. First of all, I'm not Tariq Nasheed General. I never spoke to him a day in my life. I speak for myself, so you already changed the narrative.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so you already, well, if that's how you want to do it, fine. But you can drill me, no problem. But are you going to call it my show afterwards? Because everybody died to me in my show. But no.
You on the show right now, man. This is the show. What are you talking about? Yeah, I come on your show. The show. I ain't got no problem with it. But now you're in the den right now. Ain't gonna be no
but nobody comes to my show.
We're gonna get straight to the facts, Jack.
All right. Okay, so let me ask you this. You asked me about Congress.
No, you're already messing up. Why are you asking me questions? We got questions for you. Now I asked you the first time. What politicians is the FBA, BACA, LGBTK? What politicians you working with right now? Give him his name.
Me personally. So you asked me personally.
This is what
you
I'm
said
talking
you.
This
you
is
said
what
you.
I'm
You know you.
Do not know the movement. The FBA.
There is no movement, man. There's no movement.
This one.
You're not ready, man. I'm about to flame you. You're not ready.
No, I'm not ready. You know, you gotta go. You gotta get out of here. There's no movement, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, a waste of time. Am I wrong? I'm gonna add you back to the stage. But I'm just saying.
Look what he just did to me. You see that? This is why, family, I don't join nobody's panels. The dude removed me and then add me back. Like, yo, what are we doing, man? Hey, first pastor this said, what is he? The host of Tether Jeopardy. yo, that was funny, yo. He said the host of Tether Jeopardy. Yeah, the dude, yeah, exactly. He's acting like a host of a game show. He kicked me off, brought me back.
Brother, what are we doing here, Ron?
Yeah, that's right. Wait, yeah, you can't frame some shit and say agree with it. Yeah, he's the one crashing out. Yeah, he's crashing out. He's not ready. He knows he's not.
No, I'll give him a hard time, man. Go ahead, brother Ron. Teach them the FBA.
hey, y'all go ahead and do your thing real quick, all right?
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah. Hey, yo, and I'm gonna get you too. I'm gonna get you too. Trying to compare it to a religion. I'm gonna get your ass too. All right.
Pause.
Yeah. So here's your biggest problem. Here's your biggest problem. Your biggest problem is that you want to believe that FBA is something it's not. That's your biggest problem. You're trying to compare us to an organization like something you're in. And it's not that. It's a rename of a lineage of people. No different than Jesse Jackson, no different than Melvin Charles. I know people you don't know about. But same thing. No difference. That's all. It's a more fitting name and it's exclusive. Now, let me ask you a question. So what you don't want questions.
It's just wait a minute, I'm interviewing you real quick. Hold up. So you mean to tell me this is nothing? All this is nothing, ladies and gentlemen. This is what this FBA
is that what you got from that? I said a bunch of words and you equate it as nothing. That's
a bunch of nothing. It does nothing for our people. Where's the rally at? Where have y'all went to the front of the Capitol building? And that's my first question. Go ahead.
Where we did that.
And what did you accomplish?
The civil rights movement of 1963, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look, he had a smile on that one. Cooked him. I try to tell you, he's not ready, man. Yo, these guys not ready, family. They keep acting like we're separate from our lineage. They keep acting like we're some special cult group that's separate from the rest, the body of the lineage. Like, no, we're the same people. So again, he asked the question, answered, out of here. Even he laughed. Did that.
And what did you accomplish first?
You equated it as nothing. That's
a bunch of nothing. It does nothing for our people. Where's the rally at? Where have y'all went to the front of the Capitol building? And that's my first question. Go ahead.
Where we did that.
And what did you accomplish?
The civil rights movement of 1963, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wait a minute. So are you sitting up here telling me that this FBA was around in the 60s?
What does FBA mean to you?
No.
He said no. I asked him what it means. He said no.
The civil rights leaders call themselves foundational Black Americans in the 60s. Yes or no, sir?
Did they call themselves Black Americans in the 60s? Yes or no?
No. That's a whole nother logo that you got going.
It's a whole nother. It's that
Who called
logo.
us African Americans? Jesse. He came up with
Okay.
all this, and people before him.
Wait.
What are you
Hey,
guys
dude.
doing? That's all right. You got the floor, bro.
He's asked me 1,000 questions.
I got you. Have you ever heard of the Black
We need to
American
hear about
Heritage?
reparations. That's all we
Yeah, I got it.
need to hear about. Other than that, you wasting our time. Go ahead. I'm gonna put you on the big screen. You're gonna tell us how y'all getting us closer to reparations. That is the question. We need you to start off with that. That's all we need.
We can
Nothing
get closer.
else, anything else is uncivilized. Because why y'all arguing with the elder?
Yeah, I can't even talk. The dude just keep talking and talking and talking. Arguing with the elder. The elder. They gotta protect the elder. The elder. That's what Tariq said. They said, yo, Tariq, you gotta respect your elder. He said, yeah, I do respect my elders when they respect us. He said, nah, we ain't doing all that. Respect goes one way. No. So your elder can't talk SHIT and we can't cook them. That's not gonna happen.
Because he told
we could get closer.
Somebody in a goddamn debate.
We could get closer. People like you wasn't in the way with these obstacles, and you and the elder, that Professor Smalls. If y'all was not in the way, we'll be a lot closer. Like y'all sabotaging the reparations claim. That's why we're not closer. Get out the way, and we can accomplish it. Yeah.
Who is we? Who the top leaders? First you say it ain't a movement. Now you're talking about is we, and JJ need to get out the way. All us elders. Listen, bro. Until y'all I ain't even really interested because I know this non-movement really ain't nothing but just a confusion going against other people who don't agree with y'all. Y'all ain't doing nothing for us. Where's the political pack?
Who's the us?
Even I'm an elder.
You said
what
us.
congressman are you getting in front of? What make y'all better than Dr. Clyde Anderson right now? What make you better? I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to run your mouth, then I'm gonna go for 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Why would I be better than another? Why would I be better than another?
You get on here and convince us.
Yeah, he won't be quiet.
I'm trying to convince y'all.
You got 2 minutes, but I'm gonna talk for 2 minutes.
Okay, cool. Look at the crazy question you asked me. Like these ain't serious questions. You said, what makes us better than another Black American? Nothing makes me better than another Black American. That's the answer. Nothing. How can I be better than another Black American? That's a weird, divisive question. That's crazy. That's the best you got? Those type of questions?
You got 2 minutes, bro, to speak.
Family, I don't even know what's going on at this point. Now I got 2 minutes. Before he's gonna ask me questions, now it's go. I'm just confused.
That's it. I answered.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. Look, you got 2 minutes to speak, bro, and he has nothing. You got a whole nother minute to speak. Go ahead.
All right.
So
now, let me get on. All right, so let me get on Professor Smalls. That damn paid Russian troll agent. All right. Like I said, you guys are in the way. Now you can talk about reparations, which I know nothing about. It was you Pan-Africanist people was pitching with down with Incorp was pitching reparations as a race-based package, race-based claim. There's no such thing as a reparations race-based claim. They're all lineage-based. So we had to get you guys out the way totally for sabotaging reparations. That's why we ain't getting it. And we put it where it's supposed to be, a lineage-based claim, not a race-based claim. Race is, when you say race in America, Black, that includes everybody who's African descent. Afro-Caribbeans, anybody from Africa that comes to America and become an immigrant, plus Black Americans with U.S. slave chattel experiences, lineages. What the hell they all got to do? The Afro-Caribbeans, the recent immigrants coming from Africa, what do they all got to do with a United States race lineage? No, I'm sorry, reparations lineage claim. They just got it yesterday. So no, all persons of African descent doesn't get included. Just like all people of Japanese descent wasn't included in the internment camp. The Italians got reparations. All Italian descent, all white descent people didn't get part of the Italian reparations claim when they got about 50,000 in person. Yeah, it's for the harmed party only.
30 seconds remaining.
That's it. I'm good.
Okay. Rakufu, before you go, let me get my 2 minutes, bro. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I was expecting, and please don't cut me off. I got 2 minutes. I make my 2 minutes worth even listening to. The thing he does is go elder, which makes money in a move. Type of pack or organization. They just running around here disagreeing with everybody. That's what they doing. I asked this brother in the beginning, I said, well, what politician are you working with? How much of a check we going to get? Is for like 200 years of catches up? Do we get extra benefits off? I mean, do we get money, low interest rates? What is this movement doing? And he, as you can see, all he came up here to do was insult somebody. So I'm gonna ask him again. He gonna get the floor at the Rakufu go, and he's gonna tell us what the progress. First, somebody we've been one of Afro, whatever elite, whoever this guy is, has.
He trying to get on Afro elite. Hey, Q Butter, are you listening to how to do this? I got an invite and immediately came on his show. I was not. Family, y'all gonna see. He gonna say, "Cut your camera on." Family, I was knocked out. Y'all hear my voice. It sounds tired. I was asleep. This was in the morning. Okay, but I got an invite. I checked out the channel. I said, "Yeah, they're getting on the lineage. Let me call in and defend the lineage." I called in. Keep butter. Take note, man. Grow some heart, bro. You came over and did not want to click the link or call in. I'm on here. I'm on the hot seat. This is fun. When you're really educated, man, ain't no hot seat. They all cold seats.
Show us no progress. You've been doing this for 4 years. Are you working with Dr. Claude Anderson? These are some questions we need to ask. Are you? Well, I did a show showing you the politicians got a damn near $4 trillion on the table for reparation. These idiots ain't even trying to politically form some kind of block or pact to get these politicians to lobby for us. They worried about, well, no, we didn't take this from
Yeah, they try to ambush me.
adults, and no, you're tethered, and you don't belong here, and all that energy wasted on making videos, and they're not out here raising funds for somebody to support us with this, getting us our money. It's a waste of goddamn time, man. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. We already got ISUPK. We already got the Jabaris out there confusing us. We already got that. Why do we need another organization with somebody else up here lying and crying? So Ryan Jackson, you can get up here. You're talking about this lineage. You can get up here, sir. You can get up here and explain.
Hey, Ryan Jackson been flaming him the whole time before I got there. And Ryan about to click that link because he see how you doing me.
What have they done? That shouldn't be no question for you to throw ad hocs. For real. Well, let me add the rest of the people up here. My fault. Hold up. Well, so I'm biased. I'm gonna let this brother Rakufu up here. Let's see what he got.
Go ahead, Jay.
Go ahead, bro.
So I want to read this, and I don't want to be interrupted because I want the people listening to get this.
Yeah, they both said it. They both read something and said, "Oh, before they did what they did, it said they don't want to be interrupted." I'm like, damn, what kind of show is this that they got to establish? I don't want to be interrupted. I'm over here in my best manners. I'm on my FOI, you dig, discipline.
This is a question I asked ChatGPT. African Americans being coined by Jesse Jackson is a misnomer. We African Americans was called Africans since we got off the slave ship. And then this is ChatGPT's answer. The idea that African American was invented.
Hey, family, I didn't see his shirt and hat because I wasn't even watching it. Like I was just laying down. But had I seen that shirt, I'm like, see, these Detroit ninjas stay lying. I would have got on by this shirt, but I didn't see it. I would have got him.
By Jesse Jackson in 1988 and is therefore a misnomer is a common statement today. Jesse Jackson did not invent the idea of calling black people Africans. From the moment enslaved people were brought to the Americas, Europeans called them Africans.
So I just want people to hear that statement, because all these people coming on the side of us like little bitty maggots picking at that statement and trying to attribute it to Jesse Jack as if though we've been dumb for all these years and didn't know we was African is the biggest lie that I don't know if FBA is whoever doing it, you need to stop it because you're lying. Our ancestors have always been known as African. And that's all I wanted to say, Jay.
Can I respond to that, to you?
You can respond. Go ahead.
All right. So let me introduce myself, my boy. My name is Unbiased Ron, and I'm that guy. My channel is FBA News and Updates. You got the right guy on here. First of all, it's a straw man. I know about the AME Church. Okay, nobody, was it Richard Allen? Nobody out here said Jesse Jackson he invented anything. We said
don't say that. Some people are saying that.
Wait. You are cutting in, sir. Hey.
Turn your camera on real quick. Now turn your camera on, bro, so the people see who we talking to.
Well, I'm laying down, my boy.
Turn your camera on real quick.
All right, I'll turn real fast. I'm probably in the dark.
What you hiding for? What you hiding for, man?
There you go. I'm laying down. Just say I'm laying down. Okay, so I'm laying down. Now, you see how fast this guy cut it? You see how fast this guy cut in?
All right, there you go.
No, hold up, Jay. You got to understand, Jay. I'm not telling him that they movement are saying it. I said,
wait, no. But it's my turn though.
See how hold up. I'm not saying you're saying it. So stop making it into an argument. It's not an argument.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Whatever.
I'm going to have to put you in the back till he get ready done speaking, bro.
Yeah, control your. See, these guys talk about self-righteousness, self-discipline. Got no self-discipline. Do practice that first before any self-righteousness. Now, what I was saying was, our claim, you said a straw man. Our claim was never Jesse Jackson invented something. My claim is he popularized it and made it national. We never nationally, I know there's a few sprinkles of people who call themselves African during the 1800s. I know that. I know my history, my boy. But it was never, if you look at the percentage who called themselves that, it's real tiny. Everybody called themselves Negro or color. Jesse Jackson made it national with the help of the DNC and then other liberals and Jewish media. They put it in media. They put it on forums. So they made it, they forced it on you. Nobody's told for that terminology. Nobody said people was proud to be colored and Negro at that time. Okay, so then you're talking about 1990s when Jesse Jackson popularized it on national forums, my boy. And then it was never exclusive. When Jesse Jackson brought it to us, it was never exclusive to just Black Americans, Native Black Americans. It was inclusive to any immigrant who come over here. They were also tagged African American as well. So it was a racial term. It wasn't a lineage or ethnonym, exonym term. It was a racialized term. So I know about Melvin Charles. I don't know if you do. Melvin Charles came up with the Black American Heritage Flag. That's 1967. You see? So I put a date on it, like, yo, Gotti. So we always was naming ourselves. So you got exonym, somebody named you something. You got endonym, when you name yourself something. We named ourselves Black in the 60s. In the 50s, Elijah Muhammad, the whole, you say Black movement, Black Muslim movement, Malcolm X and those guys. The Message to the Black Man in America, what the book was called. Not the Message to the African American. The UNIA don't stand for African American, bro. It stands for Negro. The NAACP, colored. All right? Let me straighten you out with a little history.
Okay.
I was trying to share the mic. It'd be nice.
Hold up. All right. My turn, man. Okay, bro. So all you did was give us a little history of this, a little history of that. We're talking about the future. We're talking about what is going on right now in 2025, where we should even take y'all serious to even be like, okay, because y'all running around here attacking other people, calling people tethers, telling people who can get this and who can get that according to your lookership. Because you don't know how long somebody's family been here. Some of the we all been shipped over. A lot of y'all we were originally here. So I mean, all this. So what I'm saying is, bro, where is the groundwork? Where is the politicians? You haven't given me one. What politician is Tariq and she working with? Can you answer that right now? I'm gonna put you on the big camera. You go ahead and tell us. See, you can't.
Well, I had to come off mute. Now I muted myself. I'm respecting your channel. I ain't like, oh boy, it's all unleashed.
We ain't gotta talk about that. Go ahead and ask the question.
I got it, but you got it. Okay, Tariq Nasheed is not a leader, right? That's your problem.
Who?
We're not relying on Tariq Nasheed to be a leader and to speak to politicians for me or anybody else. And that's why I asked you earlier, what does FBA stand for? FBA is a renaming of a better name of the lineage. ADOS is no different, and neither are descendants of American freedmen. These are just labels, but they're all speaking to the same audience. Black Americans that experienced slavery in this country, Jim Crow, Black Reconstruction. These are all just different names that we're labeling the lineage, but it's really just the lineage. That's all it is. So you could say FBA, you could say Foundation of African American. We disagree with that. But you can say that too, because you're all just speaking to the lineage, a certain group of people. Now you just said the reparation thing, who can get it, who can't get it. Well, CARICOM is a Caribbean claim for the Afro-Caribbeans. And guess who's excluded? Everybody who's not from the Caribbean. So that means Black Americans and all of Africa excluded. Because I said earlier, reparations are lineage-based.
Brother, I don't care about no goddamn on CARICOM. I'm asking you to tell us what policy. Now you want. Don't worry about what CARICOM doing. Don't worry about what they doing, bro. See, now, see, this is what they do. They talking points. They want to take you somewhere else. I ask you a specific question. What politicians are you? Oh, we're not even a movement. Then what's your point? Go ahead, bro. We don't give a damn about no CARICOM. We care about Farrakhan, but we don't care about no CARICOM.
I know you don't. I know you don't. And so I just said
we don't care about no Caribbean letting them try to.
I got it. But what I just
look, I'm gonna let you get the floor for like 5 minutes, right? I'm gonna let you because I'm gonna walk with my wife to the car. All right, you got the floor. I'll be right back. Do not run about the bill.
I get the cook. I get the. All right, thank you. Thank you. All right, yeah. So, old boy, rock, whatever. You're not ready. But CARICOM is important to bring up because they have a reparations claim. It is not for the entire diaspora. Just like Black Americans, our reparations claim is not for the entire diaspora. And matter of fact, we're going to extend that claim to Africa too, because Ghana is on record for apologizing for selling us. So yeah, so Burkina Ibrahim Traoré, yeah, go get your gold, but then put some to the side, because y'all all part of slave raiding Africans who sold us. Y'all ain't our friend either. The buyer or seller ain't our friend. All right, you rounded us up, you stole us, and you sold us. And as a result, white folks abused us, put us into their countries, and made their countries the most popping in the world, most superpower countries. So Africa lost out, and Europe gained from us. All the diaspora coming to Europe and making their country greater. Everybody we were sent to, all those countries are great and are dominating the world. It's Africa's fault. So
just real quick, family, I'm on their show. They're not on mine. They sent me an invitation. Indigenous Black man's in the chat. So he sent me an invitation and I hopped on the fly. I was laying down, resting. This was the morning. So I hopped on the fly. I'm different than Q Butter. Q Butter came over here and never asked for the link, never hopped on. I got the invitation. IBM told me what it was about. I hopped on immediately. And this is me freestyling against a whole panel of a bunch of goofies, as you guys hear. So let the video play for a second, FBA Zoe. And once, this ain't too long, about another 10 minutes, and then we'll open the panel up.
Coming to them also for reparations. They ain't off the hook. They ain't no friend either. If the white man's the devil for buying us, then those Africans the devil too for selling us. So anyway, CARICOM claim is exclusive to CARICOM. They're not including all the diaspora and none of those guys that sold us. It's only about Afro-Caribbeans and their ancestry, their lineage at all. And if anybody from the diaspora that's not Afro-Caribbean come over there and try to tie into the reparations, they will have their own tether version. So a tether is just somebody who is trying to leech off you negatively, speak against you, sabotage, undermine you, all right, that looks like you. That's number one tether. And then the second definition of tether, just anybody in general who's trying to sabotage, undermine, that's foreign to your country. So if anybody go to Jamaica or the Caribbean period and try to undermine the reparations, speak against it, say they don't deserve it, and they from the diaspora, yeah, they are that version of a tether to them. We don't do that. We support them. We support CARICOM. We hope all of them get what's due to them. The hate comes to us. So yes, we're gonna label them something. You're supposed to. We call the white man the devil. Well, we call them racist. Yeah, you label somebody who's trying to strip you, who's trying to shake you down. You have to label them something. Burglar, criminal, thief. Yes, that's normal. That's human. That's the human way. You label your bad apple. Okay? We got for our own. We got coons. We got pals, PALLS, Pan-Africans, lying losers. That's the term. Then we got DOC, DOCC, dusty off-code coons. That's for foundational Black Americans who are off-code. We call them dusty off-code coons. So it's not about just foreigners from Africa or the Caribbean. We give labels to everybody who's off-code, who's undermining and sabotaging. So it's not exclusive to somebody else. We're not xenophobic in that way. No, everybody can get it. Okay, we're the can man. Anybody can get it. That's disrespecting lineage. I think Professor Smalls is an FBA guy. You see, we're not giving him a break. I think Umar supposedly and Saracen City. These are all guys supposed to be in the lineage and they're off code and we're cooking them. So nobody gets to pass. So the politicians, you don't know what FBA is. Obviously, you keep saying it's an organization. That's why you lost with the answers. It's not an organization. So there's 43 million of us. It's politicians. It's everywhere. So those who call themselves ADOS, they're foundation. Those who call themselves descendants of freemen, Laura Abedom, they're ADOS. I mean, they're ADOS. They're of the lineage. We're no different. Just different labels. Same people fight for reparations. So you can include ADOS efforts, fight for reparations, and you can include the descendants of freemen, Laura Abedom's guys, in the efforts talking to politicians and fight for reparations. All those are included. You're trying to divide them out, cut them out, carve them out. They're all included to the fight, and we're all collectively speaking to politicians. We're not name banging. One guy got to do it. No, 43 million got to do it. Anybody of the 43 million, not one guy, not Tariq, not Marcellus, not Dan. Anybody can do it, and we've been doing it. That's why reparations is a hot topic. That's why you're talking about it. Nobody talking about CARICOM. We're talking about FBA reparations in America. And don't worry, it's coming. He said how much? Well, the price is already set. It's 20 trillion. But for the first payout, it's a strategy how it's going to be allocated. That's all people are working out right now. Is allocations. And we're suing the federal government. And some of us are individually suing states like California. I think was it PA? Oh no. Matter of fact, New Jersey, where I'm at, New Jersey, there's a case ongoing right now against New Jersey. Now these guys are some of them are foundational. But you're trying to make Tariq the leader and say, yo, he got to do it or it's nothing. Nah, we don't have a leader. The code is the leader. The lineage is the leader. All of us are individual leaders. And that's why I say there's no hierarchy. I'm not better than Dr. Cole. You're not better than me. I'm not better than Dr. Amos. He's not better than me. We're all in this together. And we accept help. So we got people who's not FBA that want to ride with us. Like this, we want to call out the Steve Coakley's. Like, where they at? Did they go away in the 60s? Like, where's that stock of immigrants at? The supporters going to help us out. Where's the Shirley Chisholms of 2025? Like, they all turned to ops. Paid Russian agents to speak against their lineage and stop a reparations payout, which would do well for the world, for the diaspora and the continent. But they want to shut it down because they're team white supremacy. Now, the dude Rock, are you still there? Because I got to do a history check on your ass. But back to that, Jesse Jackson popularized African American. We never said he came up with it. We know about Richard Allen, the AME Church, and all those guys, bro. But Africa was not a popular term being thrown around. The people who call themselves Africa. Now go back to ChatGPT. You want to use ChatGPT? I am ChatGPT.
All right, listen to this right here, family. I'm about to cook on who was calling themselves African during the 1800s and who weren't. Now, this is what a lot of people don't know. So you're going to learn something. I'm not going to do an IBM and make something up. You're actually going to learn something for real right now that you probably didn't know yesterday.
See, the people who use Africa, for the most part, were freed slaves up like near the north.
SLLE 44. Did you know that? Did you know the people who largely called themselves African were the free slaves up north? It wasn't people enslaved, and the bulk of us was enslaved. So a small minority called ourselves African. We were the free, and they were the freed slaves. Or not free slave, but free blacks. They were the free blacks. That's the proper terminology. Forgive me. freed blacks. They were the ones, not all of them. Some of them were calling themselves Africans, but the people enslaved, the field Negroes, they didn't say Africa, because Africa sold them. They understood that. They said everything but African.
Slave people call themselves color and Negro. So a small percentage of the free slaves at that time called themselves African, or coming from Africa, that type of language. A small percentage of us did that, dude, and it was mostly in the North, like New York. You're not ready for me, dude. And that's why I say, man, FBA News and Updates. Like, holla at me. Come be interviewed by me. I don't mind coming here, on the hot seat. Let's go. Let's get it. But are you brave enough to come to my hot seat and answer the questions like I'm answering yours directly? So FBA is a name of a lineage because we know African America, that attempt made the lineage a race. Let me tell you about this. Like I said, the race, white folks came up with a race in the 1990s, and they called everybody black. So they disrespected our ethnonym. They called everybody black. That's like going to Nigeria and calling everybody Yoruba because we're there visiting or getting citizenship. There's no difference. You're all from the same tribe. That's not gonna work.
Ron, hold it down, man. I gotta walk the dog real quick. He gotta go. All right.
I got you.
All right.
He ain't got to walk no damn dog. He had to take a walk. He getting cooked.
I got you. So we're talking about the natives. So yes, white people in the 1990s said race was black, and that black included everybody of African descent. And the AU, they don't use the term black. They use the term POAD, people of African descent. That's what I use. I say we're all POAD, but we're not all black. It's like we're all not all Jamaican, we're not all Haitian, we're not all Yoruba, but we're all POAD, persons that accept the slave trade, that we're all persons of African descent. So, but prior to the POAD or the race black, we were black in the 60s. So white folks muddied the waters by calling everybody black for their little African descent, disrespecting our exclusive ethnonym. So we're taking that back. Like, nah, y'all slick. Because now you got the black stats. Like, where's the African American stats? And the black stats are always skewed and looking bad. Black marriage rates, single homes, prison, all that stuff. When y'all talk about black stats, y'all want to make it just FBA stats. Disrespecting that the black stats by the government are racial stats. It's including everybody as African descent.
I had to cook Kwame on that. He tried to come with that, and I oh my God, destroyed his stupid ass.
But when you're talking to a tether, he'll mention the black stats like they're just exclusive to Foundation Black Americans. So now, which is it? Are you black too? I thought you were black too, but you're not black when you bringing up negative black stats. Now all of a sudden you're not black no more. And I'm saying you were never black to begin with. You were African, Yoruba, Kenyan. You're that. We're the only black people. That's our ethnonym. We're Black Americans. Okay, you guys would say you're black racial. You'll say nationality, you're Nigerian. Then you'll say ethnonym wise, you're Yoruba or Igbo or Santi. How that works? So you're black, then you're African. God damn, you're black, African, Nigerian, Yoruba. What about us? We're just Black American. So are we black? So we're black race and we're black ethnonym? So we're black American, and you're African, you're black, you're Nigerian, and you're Asante. You just cosplaying. And you're American on top of that. Like, no, we're black. That's our ethnonym. We're black people, we're Black Americans, and the respect is foundational. So we're Black American, but you got to add the respect to it. We built this country. So people got to know that. People coming from Africa don't know that and don't want to acknowledge that. They want to say we're just slaves. Yeah, but so we just slaves doing what? Just sitting around? No, we built the country. We're workers. And we were the only workers in this country to never get assistance. Y'all come over here legally, y'all got assistance. Y'all get welfare and state assistance. All y'all immigrants do, okay? White people had the HOLC, FHA. Y'all had the homestead 1862. They had some type of reparations or assistance all of their white existence in America. Black Americans are the only people throughout the Great Depression, whatever. We had to literally get it from the mud. We're thriving, being millionaires in spite of the Great Depression, while white folks are getting HOLC, FHA, covenant restrictive covenants, denying us things the whole time. All the way to the, AFDC, ADC, the first versions of welfare, all the way to TANF, the new welfare state. They always been getting breaks, buyouts, all type of shit. Black Americans got absolutely nothing. And then when they try to extend something to us, they try to give it to us with restrictions. Hey, you can't have the dad around. But do you know all the immigrants today, they don't have that man house rule? Immigrants today, Jamaicans, Africans, Puerto Ricans, whatever, they all are allowed to get assistance with the dad in the house. White people with the ADC, AFDC, they got welfare with the dad in the house. We were the only people in American history to be asked, if you want this assistance, that guy got to go. That man can't be here. That father, that was only asked of Black Americans. So you damn right, we're not gonna let anybody leech off our experience. Y'all ain't experienced that. Y'all getting assistance with the dad in the house, Africans and Jamaicans and whoever else. So no, yeah, we're gonna delineate, and we're gonna then delineate. Don't, it's nothing bad. Just saying you're not me, I'm not you. That's all. I'm me and you. I'm foundational Black American. I'm Adolf. I'm a descendant of free men. You're not. But that don't mean you're not great. You are who you are, and you're great with you being who you are. But you're not great being me. Yeah, so we shut the cosplaying down with delineation, and now people hating because we add the clarity to it. Yeah, that foundation, that shit hurt people. People hate to hear foundation. Damn, these guys actually built something. Yeah, we built something. What do you guys build? So we ain't complaining. JJ asked about politicians, a lot of type of stuff, attacking Black Americans. And I think he's Black American. That's interesting. What about the politicians in Africa? Why don't you ask the Africans what politicians are they hollering at to make their country better? Their politicians corrupt, shady, and filthy, musty as hell. Got all those countries and ratchet, outcomes. Third world, pissing, shitting on the street, cow pissing on the head. And you got nerve to say what we're doing. We're 1,000 times greater as far as production than any melanated country. Then that energy, you might want to ask them what they're doing with their politicians and their homelands, because they all leaving. None of them want to be in their homelands. Nobody hates Africa more than the African, and nobody hates the islands more than the islanders. But everybody's leaving their homelands to come here, some shit that we provided for them. They just said, well, what did we do? What did we accomplish? See, you don't have the right definition of what FBA is. We're defining the lineage, bro. So everything we accomplished as a country, that's you could throw ADOS on it, descendants of freemen, and FB on it. Okay, we're acknowledging and identifying the lineage. We did all that shit. And we don't want no alliances with people who sold us or bought us. So white folks in Africa, you're out. And the Caribbean, you know what I mean? Y'all victims like us, we could figure some shit out. But the people who sold us and bought us, you're done. Just that simple. So when we say all we got, we're talking about the lineage first and the extension to the Caribbean, because they were also sold by these buyers and sellers. But Africans and whites, they always been in business. So it's no surprise to us that Ibra and Tariq linked up with the Russians and first the French. They always did business with white folks. Their first big blockbuster deal was with us, sold us and bought us. But no, man, no, there's no alliance. We're not trying to do anything with slave traders and raiders and buyers. That's it. So right now in America, we're delineating, we're separating, and we saying everybody hold their own nuts, fight for your causes on your own. We're gonna fight for ours, all right? All that extra support with these African breeding shops, y'all good. Yeah, figure that shit out. Even online, your YouTube spaces. Listen, y'all on your own.
So at that point, he muted me. So IBM, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Now I heard you say some things Tariq Nasheed says you agree with, some things you disagree with. Okay. Can you list one at a time? Matter of fact, list them all, and then we'll cover them one at a time. Go ahead. The things you disagree with, Tariq Nasheed.
Well, I disagree, not in the terms of the delineation and us fighting for ours here in America, because we haven't had anything, and like I said to them, if you're African or if you're Caribbean or wherever you're from, go against your oppressor. Don't come over here and try to steal what we fought and died for. And you didn't throw one rock or one coconut shell, or you didn't, use your hard feet to scratch nobody up with or nothing, But the only thing I disagree with is that he's saying that he's not the leader, but it's trademarked by Tariq Nasheed.
Okay, stop right there. Okay, what's trademarked?
Well, it shows ownership of that like
that
Coca-Cola,
that brand.
that title, that
that's
brand,
called brand. Right. You can't be you can't trademark a lineage. But hold on, African Americans trademark too. So who's the leader?
Now I'm not sure who trademarked that.
But it doesn't matter. Wait. Doesn't matter. The point is, it was trademarked 1,000 times over. So that means you had 1,000. Aren't you of the lineage? Aren't you consider yourself African American?
Unbiased. I taught y'all better than you social constructs.
Hey, dude,
if you're gonna let me talk,
I gotta be no. It's not about talking, my boy. Answer the question. Not about talking. It's about answering questions. What do you identify yourself as? Hey, right. Okay, but you got to answer. But if it's not answering the question, then you're not answering the question. What do you identify as?
I identify as.
Here we go. Okay. Do you accept the term?
My government.
Okay. Cool. All right. Cool. Do you accept the term African American as your identification?
I don't accept any of those social constructs.
You family? You see what we're dealing with here? All right. Now watch this. Melvin Charles. Melvin Charles is the brother in the 1960s who came up with the Black American Heritage flag, and he trademarked it. Was he our leader in 1960s? He trademarked it. So was he the Black American leader in the 1960s?
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
I doubt it very seriously.
So, dude, you trademark brands. You can't trademark a lineage. Like, that's the learning lesson. Okay, so that I hope you learned something there. So, what's the second thing you disagree with? So, he's not a leader because he trademarked a brand. All right, you can't trademark a lineage. You can just everybody got Google but don't want to use it. All right, now what's the second thing you disagree with?
Why we needed another movement when we already had one in place
it's not a
with
movement.
ADOS.
It's not a movement. Wait, it's not a movement. Not a movement.
Okay.
It's Okay. So here we go again. Hey, bro, you understand we're suing for reparations, right? The federal government. Is that correct?
I'm not aware of your
reparations. So you're not aware of a reparations case in America?
I heard like ADOS had a couple court cases.
Who is ADOS representing when they sue the federal government? Who are they representing as their clients to get paid?
The American descendants of slavery.
Right. So FBAs, those who call themselves FBAs, they're not American descendants of slavery?
Yes, and that's why I'm asking why we needed FBA when we already had ADOS and they were already going at the courts.
They do. I'm already look. Now again, that's another dumb question. See, it's not. I just explained earlier. It's not about what you call yourself. All right. Is the name representing the lineage? So ADOS, FBA, those titles won't matter in a reparation suit. All they want to know is who is the descendants of freedmen. That's it. So those titles, those because you're not following the case, because you're not aware of what's going on, you don't understand that that's small. What you call yourself is small. Okay, we're making it lineage based. That's the big thing. That's the heavy blow. The heavy blow is we said because prior to our stance, it was race based, and race based can never happen. So all these Pan-Africans coons who were so-called fighting for reparations on our behalf was actually sabotaging it. They was going to lose in court on purpose so it could be a done deal. You lost because there's no race-based claims. Okay, so that's two. What's the third thing you disagree with?
Well, I disagree with what you just said because
Okay, all right,
Tariq's
let's
on
move.
video.
Cool. All right, cool. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. All right, what's the third thing? I want to talk in circles tonight. What's the because SLW44 want to talk to?
Are you
What's
going to let me
thing?
answer?
You already did, and I responded. So third thing.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You gave an answer. It was stupid. So third thing. Go ahead.
Oh, I gave an answer. Now we're throwing shots. Okay.
It was dumb. It was dumb.
I thought you didn't do that.
Dude. Third thing. Come on. Are you wasting time?
That's what
Dude,
you just
you're wasting
said.
time. Third thing.
Earlier
please.
in the video.
Okay. You want to skip your go? What's going on here? You going third thing or no?
No.
All right. Are you done?
Go.
All right. Okay. Go. You go gadget out of here. All right. SLE44 was good.
Ron, what's up, bro? How you doing, bro?
Doing great, man. Yourself, man.
No doubt, bro. I've been gone for a while, man. I got my mom here with me, man. She's sick, so she stayed with me. That's why I've been gone so long, man. But
all right, man. Wish you well, man. Speedy recovery.
No doubt. But yeah, bro. I mean that's why we have our scholars. That's why we have our people that turn over every rock in America, and that's why we're of this soil. Why this man sitting up here trying to confuse things. And that's why we have people like yourself. That's why we have people like in the chat. That's why they are so, we are so acute in everything that we hear from people, because they don't understand. Like, there's 50 states in this land they call America, yo. We got our people all over this country, all of us slightly different. But when you hear FBA and you're Adolf and you're Freeman, it seems like everybody that understand that get it. The only way that you don't get it is that you got ties or you got some other type of you leaning one way or the other, because the confusion is the lineage hurts them. And it's like we can't do nothing about that.
Right.
Yeah, we're not concerned with your issue with our lineage. You know what it is. A lot of these people have been to college, and these books have really, have put them in a position to where they can confuse people. That's why I said long time ago, like, everything that this Pan-African doing is trying to rehabilitate Africa. That's not what this is about, rehabilitating Africa. They don't want to rehabilitate Africa. They are running from Africa. They are having coups in Africa.
Right.
They are doing, you know what I'm saying? So, and like you said earlier, the question that you posed to him. It's like they just cannot, they don't want to do it. It's like they got like relatives and they cannot tell their relatives that you're doing wrong. It's like, no, you're wrong. See, in America, we understand what right and wrong mean because we had an ethnogenesis here. And also, just like you said with the freedmen, those titles mean everything. When you get up in court, you got to have a certain type of title. You got to have something that you can latch onto. But when you're talking about a lineage, that right there is the lineation in itself. That's the problem with them. They all know they came here and they were something called, they were very proud one point, right? The proud nature that they had of that fleeing culture and to try to recover somebody that has been a coward that left. Those anchor babies, they have been trying their best to rehabilitate their family members from running. See, that stuff don't bother FBA. It don't bother Freeman. It don't bother 808s. That stuff slides all our back like it's nothing. But see, when you talk to people like that, they might have a child with someone that, like an immigrant or something. We're trying to give these people like a little window of opportunity to stand down. When they see Donald Trump doing what he's doing now, see, they all are confused and they all concerned about that. That don't really concern us. We know why you're running. It's just like if you cut the lights on and you see something moving over there and everybody be like, okay, well, that was the puppy. Because we know the puppy's in the house. For them, they like, oh my God, what was that? What's happening? They all confused, but they're not confused. Because you cannot confuse FBA, bro. We don't get confused. We don't get concerned. We're not concerned with a lot of this stuff. We're looking at them like we know why you're confused. We know why you're concerned. But you need to just calm down for a minute. Stay out of our politics. When you go overseas or you go back to the Caribbean, I know they think they have something like attached to us, but this is our lineage. That lineage is hurting their feelings. And like, we can't be dealing with your feelings like this. You don't deal with those feelings when that hurricane came. Look, man, when you got to pull up your own pants and you got to do something, you attack FBA. That's why we know who we are. Every time y'all confused, we're not. All you have to do is look for confusion. You see confused people, they're not FBA. Or they're trying to protect somebody other than. Because FBA just not concerned. See, we know who Donald Trump is. Donald Trump called himself they call America the #1 country in the world. So Donald Trump acts like he's the #1 man in the world, and they do too. But it's not confusing us. When you see that dollar, when you see that $5, when you see that $100 bill, when you see those are presidents. They called a movie called some dead presidents. We done dealt with them guys. You understand? We know who those people are on those bills in America that some states right now using because that's the standard of the world. Elijah Muhammad had a book called The Fall of America that was tied to American dollar. Look, man, we know who we are. We never ever ask questions like that guy, like, sitting back. Like, the FBA don't talk like that. Your grandmother didn't teach you like that. We don't operate like that in America. I mean, he's sitting there sounding like somebody like very, very scared. It's like, man, what are you afraid of, man? You on your own soil. You sitting up here confused, talking to Ron. Ron is a major league scholar here, bro. We seeing him. Look, that's one of our brothers, man. That's our champion. What the freak wrong with you, dude? We're doing a high level study of who we are. This man talking about, I don't know about Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed, man, a lot of FBA don't even know Tariq Nasheed. We don't need to know Tariq Nasheed because we're lineage, fam. I got a mother and a grandmother. What you talking about? I don't need Tariq Nasheed to talk for me. Tariq Nasheed is a warrior because he's from a lineage. That stuff doesn't bother him. It's like a feeling that we got. We know where we come from. We know who we are. Everybody else wants to be us. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Let me say this right here. So this is what I mean by what you call yourself. Where it's you got Foundation Black American, you got ADOS, and you got Descendants of Freedmen. Now listen, it don't matter which one stick. You know why? Because once the case is made, and it's like, okay, these people under this name is deserving and owed reparations. What's the next step? Is it the next step? People got to prove their lineage. You see, it comes back down to the lineage. So the names are okay, but the lineage is the superior thing you got to prove. Not your name. Hey, I'm ADOS. No. You can't prove ADOS. You can't prove FBA, but you can prove your lineage. You can prove this lady, this man is of my stock. This is their last name. This is where they from. This state in the South or wherever they were from. That's what's going to get you qualified in a deserving acronym like FBA or ADOS. Not just calling yourself it. It's the proving of the lineage part. And that day is coming real soon where it's no longer just a profession. The profession is coming to an end. It's going to be proof. It's going to be proof over self-profession in the near future.
No doubt. I agree 100%. Just like I was saying.
Oh, hold on. Wait. I forgot we got somebody on the panel. Okay, his name is American. Let's see which American this is. Hey, you can unmute yourself. American.
Yeah, I had to do all the allowing all that kind of stuff.
Okay. And I
So
thought you
as
were the
far
other
as,
American.
well, I'm American Ninja, but basically I'm an FBA. All
Right.
my ancestors were born here. Great grandma, you know how it go, big mama,
Not it
great
was a
aunts,
tether
all that
name
kind
that
of thing.
it was a tether name that came as American. That's why I thought he was
Oh,
calling
okay.
back in.
Okay, just real quick, I'm not gonna take y'all time. Um, just for me, personally, I just, watching all these different things, um, and just kind of talking about the movement itself, I think it's very much needed. The problem that I see is seems to be like a disconnect with how they're understanding things. I was watching a show about how like British people don't quite understand the nuances of American English, and as Black Americans, we kind of have our own type of language within this language. And there's kind of a disconnect with how we explain things and how they're understanding them. Some of them are kind of feigning ignorance, especially when it comes to what FBA are. I mean, we are literally screaming this from the hills. It's lineage, but I don't know if it's just an intent to just not be able to accept that we are different, um, not in a negative way, but just like how Mexicans are different from Puerto Ricans, right? There's seems to not be a problem with distinguishing that you know, separation or, those two different groups. But when it comes to us just basically saying we're Black American, they feel offended. You know what I mean? I just personally don't understand that. But I think we should also move a little bit more forward because if we keep on addressing what they don't seem to want to understand, we ourselves aren't going to really be moving along. For some good news, I don't know if you're aware of Senate Bill 518, but it looks like this thing is taking legs and it is moving forward. That's all I got to say, really. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah. Yeah, and I think the confusion is intentional for some people. Like people call Tariq Nasheed, like we see the shows. They ask the same question. Like they be knowing every talking point of Tariq Nasheed and the average FBA, and they would ask, so what does FBA stand for? Or they'd be like, so what's a tether? Oh, so they would ask the most obvious question that you would know if you made it that far in the conversation. The dude know all the talking points. You dig? He even know how it went from ADOS to FBA. He still asks, so what's the tether? Or add this. So some of these guys purposely act like they don't know, just to troll. They're paid to cause confusion. Some of these folks, some of these troll farms are paid to cause division, ask dumb questions. So some questions in the chat. I don't. What's his name, Mr. CJ? I think he had a question. I forget. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sharing nothing right now. Okay, I wanted you to see the folks' names that call in because it's a screen is sharing. I don't know if you see their names, but go ahead, SLE 44.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and I'd like to, just respond a little bit to bro. I'm glad he came on tonight and shared that, but we do need to continue to have these shows and continue to check them because our children's lives are at stake, right? It's just like a Bible, any book. Just because, when you go to school, you might get a book, and then the next year you got that book for 3 years. Then they might update that book with just a little bit more, just pushing it forward. But that book's still basically the same, like the Bible. You have to continue to do this stuff. You have to continue because you never know who's watching, just like children. When children are coming up, no matter what you do when you're older, you think they don't see you. You think they don't understand what you're doing. But when you get grown, then your children start challenging you off what you did. You think they're children, but they're not really children. What they're doing is a part of your lineage. And that's what we're trying to connect people with. This is not a game. You have to continue to do repetition with our people because people are always trying to confuse us, which is what a tether is. He's always confusing himself and trying to confuse us because he thinks the authority is outside of FBA. That's why they come here, because they want to get close to a certain type of authority. And now they're realizing that we are the authority. We are the authors of this. That's what's making them so upset. They're going to school here. They're going around us. They're undermining our children in school. They are being taught certain things on how to be around us for so long. That's why they got big, large communities. You think they don't have inside jokes? We're not playing games anymore. We understand that our children are going to school with some of them, and they're being indoctrinated against us. They're very, very wise and clever. They come from a colonized. Look, man, these people are miniature colonizers, and they're very afraid of Zaddy, and we're not. Our whole life on this country have been resist, man. We resist everything. We fight tooth and nail to the end, all the time. It's like we never stop coming. It's like the Terminator. Every time you see a bomb blow, here they come again. Here they come again. They just can't understand it. They have literally destroyed so many of our communities and things that we built. They stole our inventions. They took our names. They've done everything, and we just keep coming back. That's why they came over here. They opened all the jails and everything of Europe to come over here. Just like these folks are coming now, and they don't want to go back home. We the only ones that look at people when they come almost like we know that you're really not from here. We know you didn't come to grandma's house. We know you wasn't in the neighborhood. We know you wasn't, you don't know anything about the stoplight going when the lights come on, you got to be home. You don't know anything about that. You don't get that our parents down south was not talking about Africa, bro. Wasn't talking about Africa. My grandmother never was like, oh, we're going to Africa, or we're talking about Africa.
Oh, yeah. That conversation never happened in my house.
Ever. I've never said say she's going to Africa. You know, like
never said they were African. You did. Like SWA, they be acting like some of our parents. My mom's still alive. I can ask her, Mom, what'd you call yourself? You growing up? She ain't gonna say African American. Yeah, she was around before that term existed.
Exactly. And my mom is here now. And it's like we've never talked about Africa. Even with my grandmother. It's like we were always, and I'm not trying to be funny, but a lot of them always are tying ourselves to some indigenous, man. And I'm telling you, and other than that right there, it's just basically like this is our home. It's like we never was talking about Africa, bro. You know, I was never jumping up about Africa or going home. When they started talking about the motherland, that was something we had to go try to find out. We had to do a lot of research. We had to do a lot of study, man, because we didn't really have a connection to Africa. Almost like at all. It's like, why was our families never trying to go to Africa like everybody else? It's like we had to get big movements to finally get there. You got to get a movement to get somewhere. You probably where you're supposed to be anywhere if you need such a movement. That's why they keep trying to call FBA movement. Because they think, because they used to moving. And it's more like fleeing. So we don't, when we have a movement, it's against white supremacy, folks. They think that a movement is running and going somewhere and getting out of Dodge and leaving. We have no interest in leaving. So you can just do the reverse when you talk to them and listen to the questions that they ask. Every question they ask is like, well, how could you? As soon as they say, how could you? You know they're not from America. It's over. How could you? How could you? How could you? And we don't even use words like that. We never, that stuff is like watching a movie when you hear stuff say, how could you? We don't never do that. We talk in declarative terms. That's why we come up with everything. That's how you get hip hop. You don't do it like, how could you? You can't create blues by saying, how could you? You start talking about how it was, how it happened. That's why they always talking about, going somewhere else. Our people, the only way we going somewhere that you really spiritual. And that's talking about going up in the sky. And we had to debunk that for a while, but that's the only place we ever was going to the sky. I wasn't going somewhere else, man. These folks be going somewhere else to another land. If we talking about something, man, it's more of imagery. We giving you an imagery, a picture. But them, they literally fleeing. They so used to it. Because look, if you look at Africa, what you got on the top of Africa? Europe. There it is. You got Europe. You got the Middle East. You got all them right on top of Africa. These people been having they got a long relationship with what they call it, running from each other and doing certain things. That's why so many books about them. They really don't have the real knowledge of us. That's why when they come, they try to tell us something almost like, that's why they were saying, well, y'all completely lost. Be like, dude, yeah, we lost looking at y'all. Because you come over here and immediately think you got something, and now we can look at where you are from and like, yeah, I see why you running over here. And that right there just hurts them to their soul, because it goes to a direct lineage of running. See, they have a lineage, all right. They got a culture of running, leaving, squandering, leaving millions and millions of kids left. I'm talking about, let's do something about all these babies they leaving, bro. All these wives they leaving, because you know a lot of them got several different types of family members who knows who they are. But when they come around us, they see it. That's why they don't like the South, bro. They can't stand for people in the North and the South to get together, because they be like, man, you know, don't talk about the South. They be saying that stuff. They the one mostly planted that stuff. You feel what I'm saying? They the one mostly planted that stuff, because see, our people was always proud of each other until we started running into those immigrants, the ones from Europe too. They're always trying to confuse us about our land. So when you get an immigrant somewhere, the first thing they start doing is trying to show you something, some shiny object that they ran from. Now, you're running, trying to show me something in another country, and you don't want to go back. I've never seen something so great you never want to go back from. These people are literally right now crying about going somewhere. And you know, our president is upset again at you guys. And that's the problem.
What was that about? I read something about the immigration, something. What's that about?
Yeah, well, okay. So we had on the news where there was a immigrant from Afghanistan during that time, when they were bringing a lot of them over here. And of course, they had a certain type of status. They always got a status, right, bro? So we got these immigrants over here from Afghanistan, and he ends up flipping off with 5 children, by the way. Imagine, here we go. 5 children staying across America on one side of our continent to come all the way to DC to attack our soldiers here. See, that's the immigrant stuff, right? He comes all the way over there to try to make a point, but they say he's not cooperating right now. See, they don't cooperate now. See, they only cooperate when they trying to get a green card, when they trying to get some immigration staff, or what you call it, fleeing, refugee, scamming, Pan-Africanism. All that stuff right there is tied up in Pan-Africanism, because they think they all together. All this confusion. See, FBA and delineation, what you think delineation is about? It's about knocking out confusion. The only people are confused are the people that don't want it. And you know, if you ever heard of anybody that's wicked or anything, you did any type of science, like Elijah Muhammad gave, anytime you get confusion, you're going to find something that's happening, and then there's always delineation after that. You have to start to circle the wagons. You have to bring your people back somehow and really deal with your open enemy for who they are. These people are enemies. These people are attacking our grandmothers that are 100 years old, talking about we don't know who we are. And they've never said they from Africa. How disrespectful can you be? If we sitting around with our family members that's 80, 90 years old, they've never said nothing about Africa. These people pissed off. You don't want to be from Africa. Like, dude, what are you talking about? You don't want to be from Africa.
Yeah, so let me address that real fast. Let me address the don't want to be from Africa. Like, how can you not want to be something you're not? Like, that's like saying you don't want to be from Lithuania. Like why would I? Yeah, I mean, it's not about not wanting to be somewhere. It's not about not wanting to be from somewhere. It's about just loving where you're actually from. Like, we don't have this fantasy of being African and then we don't want to be African. That's not even a thought. Like, we know we're American and we can trace all of our lineage to America, and it doesn't go beyond America. It stays right in America. Matter of fact, Tariq Nasheed had to cook somebody who was pretending like they could trace their lineage back to like some type of slavery. And it was pointed out, I was going to play that video. I'll do it tomorrow. But it turned out that person wasn't even of the lineage. They were from somewhere island, somewhere else. Yeah, that's why you can do that. You're not even from our ethnogenesis. Yeah, so that's why you're able to trace yourself allegedly to a slave ship. No, I'm sorry, to not just a slave ship, but a slave coming off the damn ship. And also, I think Tariq is getting tether fatigue because they're like slipping little things. That's why I wanted to play the video because they're slipping little things on him, and he just like just and still talking. So the ethnogenesis did not start, at 1700s because the guy kept saying 1700s. Family, the ethnogenesis started as soon as we left Africa.
Exactly.
That's when the ethnogenesis started. That's when it started. It did not start 1700. It started. All that matters. Once we left Africa for good, that's when the ethnogenesis started. Y'all can Google that. First of all, I don't make nothing up. Anything I say can be verified. That's why I speak so boldly and coldly. It all can be verified. Okay, so how you feel about Professor Smalls and his flip flopping? And one day he's FBA, and next day he hates FBA and all that stuff. Wait, let me do a shout out first. My life been. Let me see. Let me look at his whole name. Okay, so my life been exchanged for Europe FBA. He dropped a linear super chat there. Found out. He said, "Hi, bro, I'm from Chicago." He says, and I think that's Indiana, not Novali, Tennessee, visiting family, and there's lots of mops out here taking FBA jobs at UT. Dang. Thanks for the lineage love, man. The super chat. Hi, brother. Go ahead. Professor Smalls and Sassoon said both acting like they outraged.
Yeah, all right. So they're not outraged. What's wrong with them is that we are protecting our children, and they're not. So anytime that you leave children unprotected, that's why I was saying stuff about the street light, about time to see these people understand that. They know that. They know what we're doing. And we've been doing this ever since we've been here. When we encounter anyone trying to invade our land, which is a lot of American history dealing with the European coming over here, they know it. So what he's doing basically is losing power. They're losing power because delineation. That's why they said, why are you doing it? How? That's when you know you're not FBA. See, a lot of these people, they got these dual loyalties, right? And
Wait,
anytime
before you
you
go there, do you know what Professor Smalls actually said? I might got to play it.
I've seen some of what he said, not all, but you can play it.
All right, well, I'll just paraphrase. So he basically is okay. So he's on a panel with a tether, African tether, who hates probably everyone from the diaspora, not even just Black American. He most likely hate the diaspora totally. FBA plus the Afro-Caribbean. I'm sure you know what I mean, because that's how Africans feel. They sold us. They sold us for a reason. They ain't sold us because they ain't sell us because they love us. So anyway, he's on a panel with a complete hater of the lineage, some African dude named Arena, bucking his eyes, cheesing the whole time, and he gaslit Professor James. He always fall for that. That's why, like a lot of these elders need to sit down and take the microphone away from them. Like these dudes are losing their brain cells. So anyway, he was gaslit again by African to call the lineage a bunch of like FBI FBI paid agents basically, saying we were FBI agents and CIA agents to divide us from the continent, the Wakanda dream. But he said we were FBI agents. Speak to that. And knowing his background and who he is and where he came from.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. They just they completely lost it. I mean, to call FBA the FBI, anything like that. I mean, it's just so weak. I mean, these people are so desperate. And it just goes to show that our lineage is what's happening. That's all it's about now. They want to change the subject. You cannot change a lineage. And they thought that they were the people. They thought that they were the ones that, that was teaching us and doing all. They found out that their reach, this Pan-African thing, does not have the reach that they thought it had. I'm 59 years old. Pan-Africanism has nothing to do with me. And even if I understood it back then, it breezed over my head because this is what they understand a lot of time we go anywhere. They always say that Americans always center themselves. They think like this, like, yeah, man, like we love America, bro. You know, like we can go anywhere in America and get any type of what you want to call weather. We can go see all of our sites and everything. We don't even have to go anywhere. And people just can't understand that. It's like they wonder, why do we love this place? And we love it because it's our land. The European is an immigrant. They are all immigrants. And Donald Trump is helping them to understand that. And they're mad because they want us to be mad at him. It's like, look, I told you, do you not look at the dollar and the $20 and under? We've been dealing with these folks. We know what we're doing with them. You're running to them. That right there is absolutely insane. You're running from your own to come over here to bow down to the one that you think we're bound down. Look, we already taught y'all everything. We gave y'all all the blue. We gave y'all the right. We gave y'all how to do movements. And then you come over here and you literally go to school with us. You can have one of them, and this might infect us with something, just cosplaying us. Then all of a sudden, you know, they say that they've done something. That's the problem. That's why we delineating from you, because your cosplaying has gotten out of control. See, people like Professor Smalls, he knows this. He knows that cosplaying is a detriment to both sides, because you send them back confused. Because even when they go back to their own countries, they look at them like, yeah, you've been copying them Black Americans, because that's what they've been talking about. They've been talking about that. They always try to call us the bad people when they come over here. There was a delineation going on with them forever, ever since, you know, there used to be the writers. Like bro said, too many times, bro, they're not writers anymore. It's too easy. They have become, look, they have named themselves. How about a freeloader? You know, they basically are that. We've already built this nation, the infrastructure and everything. They come over here and talk about, well, we help. Like, how can you help build anything? Just because we give you a blueprint to build a house? They're talking about Mexicans over here building. Like, dude, you're giving these people a blueprint. You can't build a house off a blueprint? And if you can build a house off a blueprint, won't take blueprint home. We've already made the infrastructure here. We've already had everything that we want here. So when they say that stuff, it's like those are our elders, like Smalls, that had a whole lot of prestige from talking to these people from overseas and these women. You know, it's a lot of time, because you know it's only two, you know, the species, it's the women. You know, they get several types of women like the European. The European love to have every color or type of woman that he can get. Same with these people. They just love it. They want more.
Wait, I got the audio. I was looking for the audio while he was talking. Let me play the audio for you. You can hear it.
About FBA is divisive.
But I had to go to Professor. I also got to finish watching this one, doing a reaction on this one. Professor, the Black Authority has some interesting words. He went nice on Professor Jane. He shouldn't have been so nice, but that was his way. Okay, listen to. He got the audio.
He said something here, and then Professor Small responded.
And yes, we were there before Columbus, but we were everywhere before Columbus. So why is it so important that we were in North America? We were in South America, we were in Brazil, we were in Cambodia, we were in China. And so what we're dealing with, you've always had those who was ashamed of being African. But it isn't just that. A part of it is a reaction between what we call the immigrant ideology versus an indigenous ideology. The Africans who have been in America for the last 500 years feel that the Africans who come to America in the last 5 years do not ally themselves with them, but ally themselves with our enemies. That's what's at the crux of this.
Okay. Well, so far, so good. Of course, it's been a lot more than 5 years. So
hold on. Let's get back to the
real name on this shit.
Let's get back to the video. 1 second. Hold on. It's about right over here, I think.
Man, but
we Ellie, we were allied with. They are. Go find.
Okay, right over. It might be over here.
Is going to rule.
That's a big part of what's going on. That's not true across the board, because many of the brothers and sisters who are Muslim
and he was kissing his African ass the whole damn conversation. And let me say this, even for brother who just called in, why every time a Black American is on a panel with an African and they talk about national wars, especially the men, why every time we go into justifying African poor behaviors and we start condemning FBAs every time? Hey, but let me see who just chimed in. We got Renato. Renato, what's good? Renato, what's up? Hello. Renato, you sleep, man? Renato. All right. I don't know what's going on with his microphone. Just unmute when you're ready, man. All right. Damn, I don't even know what that is. I don't even know
able
what
to
part.
blend very well with the African Americans or Muslims. But the African Americans and many of the brothers and sisters on the continent who's from the Christian community have not been able to blend very well.
Hello, can you hear me?
Community.
Yeah, we hear you now.
Hey, what's up? This is Renato.
Yeah.
I talked to you a couple, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I talked to you like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay. Okay, I'm listening. Yeah.
I'll unmute. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
That sound coming from.
No, we can hear you. We don't hear a sound.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, you probably got, if it's an echo, you gotta mute your YouTube page where you're playing a video. If you hear echo, you gotta mute that first.
I'm going live. I got it muted. I mute everybody that's saying something.
No. Listen, you were watching the show, right?
Yeah, and I
you
came
gotta mute
on.
that. Yeah, so you got whatever device you're watching the show, you gotta mute that one, or pause it. Are you hearing the echo?
Yeah, I hear the echo.
Yeah, that's why. So however you was watching me, was it on the phone, app, tablet, or a computer? Well, that was a question. When you were watching me, was it on a phone, tablet, or computer? Yeah. All right. He muted him. I said mute your YouTube, bro. Like how he muted himself. Mute yourself, Renato. My God. He was gonna mute all of us at first. I said, no, don't do that. Then he muted he muted himself. Renato, no, listen to me. You're on Zoom. Don't touch the Zoom buttons. Leave Zoom alone. YouTube. You were watching YouTube, right? To watch the show, right?
Yes,
right.
sir.
So what device were you watching the show from? You don't know?
Okay, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Who paid you? Russia? No, I'm joking.
Yes, sir.
Bro, what's going on, bro? You can't answer a simple question?
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The Ibram Ture send you?
From YouTube. And then I punch a button, then they put me on this. I was watching your YouTube show.
Okay, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm Renato. Yes, sir.
Bro, you listen to the playback, man. What are we doing? All right, look. How about this?
I'm sorry you fucked up your show. I fucked your show up, man.
Hey, yeah. How about this? How about call the calling number instead of the Zoom link?
Yeah, let me get the calling number. I'm sorry, sir. I fucked your show up.
Yeah, call the calling number instead. So that'd be much easier to maintain.
Yes, sir. I missed your
All right.
show. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, just go ahead. Just drop from here and call the calling number. I'm gonna put the phone back in the chat.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Thanks. Yeah, it's no problem. No problem. But you got to hang up though. I mean, you got to hang up from here first. You got to disconnect. All right. I gotta remove you, but if I remove you from the Zoom, I can't. You can't come back to the Zoom, but you can call in. So good. I'm gonna put the calling number. Just calling. My guy, I'm trying to. Like, dude, you're on YouTube. You're watching us either from a phone, tablet, or computer. I asked that 3 times. He answered everything else but that question. But he trying to think like, damn, did Putin give me a laptop, phone, or tablet? I forgot. God dang.
Okay.
Yeah, he like Putin. How should I answer this one?
I don't
like he waiting for the Russians to interpret that thing from Russian language. Like, God damn.
I don't know any foundational Muslims who would say that.
All right, so I think we close.
Even though we got to fight.
Look at that face right there.
Do you all even need me? Oh, how much reaching do you have to do to say a statement like that?
Oh, wait.
Do you all even need me to address that? They don't even know there's a fight. Okay. White Professor say, oh,
yeah, look at that
as if the white folk treat them.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, hold. Let me screenshot this right here. Let me screenshot that. Oh yeah, my AI gonna hook this image up right here. Hold on. That's a dope screenshot. I'm gonna get on this guy, your professor. If that ain't a buck dancing face right there, nothing is. God dang. God.
So great. How do you try and prove
discussions on forums like this so people get a better understanding of what the conflict is? So you got people who thinking, the ones in America thinking, our brothers from home don't want us, they hate us, they betrayed us, because look, they only go with the white people, they don't come with us. And then the one from the continent says, oh, our brothers in America, they treat us terribly, they don't offer us a hospitality hand to come, And
okay, now this is straight bullshit. Straight bullshit. Yeah, we don't treat nobody who comes to this country terribly. You dig? It's not just even like, forget about African. I mean, we don't, Hispanic, Chinese, we don't treat nobody terrible.
Help when we're in crisis, but the whites and the white organization do. And so that's where you see this thing coming from.
Okay. The very fact they come over here and they're in black neighborhoods, they're dealing with black people. Right. These folk don't come from Africa and go to a white neighborhood. They can't go to a white neighborhood. Ain't that right, Amadou Diallo? Ain't that right, Abner Louima? So that's just completely false. The only place they get welcomed is among us. From the music, from the culture.
Right. Great point. You see that? It's a straight line. I mean, every time a so-called FBA shares a panel with an African man, they start cooning. They start being a DOCC, Dusty Off Cool Coon, or they be a PAL, PALL, a Pan-Africanist lying loser. Like, they just end up being something like that to kiss their ass. Why you just can't be honest, yo? Like, nah, sir, this is actually one way. Like, you guys come over here in our country. Okay, you're the guest, not us. Okay, and like the Black Authority said, you're coming to our communities. What are we talking about? In small numbers, we're the majority. They ain't kissing your ass.
From the food, from the geography, from the neighborhood. There are no white neighborhoods where they've ever been welcomed, and sure ain't welcome today. So once again, what city are you referring to by saying such a outrageously inaccurate, completely 180 degrees the opposite of reality? What are we doing? And give a handout and a help? Most of the time they're talking about how great where they came from is, which really just kind of confuses you. Okay, well, if it's great, they don't have to worry about being here, but So once again, where is this coming from, man? I'm talking about, let's take a look at the facts in reality on the ground here, not some historical anecdote. Let's take a look at what's happening right outside your door. Where is this coming from? Because this is not what's happening right outside your window. It isn't. It's just not.
Now, let me fast forward it.
If they get code daily,
brothers and sisters who are immigrants from Africa who's being deported, and we don't even know they're being deported. They're being arrested. We don't even know they're being arrested. You understand? So for those of us who even want to...
So are you going to speak to why they're being deported, why they're being arrested? We're going to ignore their, information, documents are expired and they didn't leave. We're going to just ignore that, right? And we're just going to play like they're just grabbing up all type of Africans just because they're African, and they're just deporting them because they're African. We're going to act like there's no expired documents. Okay, we're going to act like their refugee statuses were expired or revoked from the start. We're going to act like that never happened. They're just being stop.
To help them, we can't help them because we don't know how to find them.
Okay, but our issue has been that by and large, when they come over here, Karine Jean-Pierre and so many others, they get booed up with the white establishment. So first he's saying that they don't know that there's a fight. They don't know that they're who the enemy is. But amazingly, now you're going to say that they know who the enemy is, or are you going to say they still don't know who the enemy is when he...
I told you, this is a big flopper. And family, I need my flowers, SWE44. I exposed this guy 9 months ago. I say he's a flip flopper, can't be trusted agent, Doc Powell. I called him every coon. I called him every name under the sun. I never rocked with this dude 9 months ago when he first disrespected FBAs and Tariq. I was done with this guy. Like, you don't get a second chance with me. One time you're done. And I canceled him 9 months ago, and now everybody's canceling. But next time, family, hop on early.
Goes rounding them up. I mean, which is it? Are they just brain damaged and they're just zombies who don't understand anything? Or do you think when they started rounding them up that they realized, the black folks we've been sitting up here dissing all this time, they ain't the real problems? Do you think they figured it out then? Or are you going to still say they getting rounded up and they don't know why? They don't understand why they getting rounded up. Which one is it? Do they not know who the enemy is and that's why they're not on code with us? Or when they get rounded up, they still don't know who the enemy is?
Right. And the enemy, and when they say that, when they say they don't know what the enemy is, believe me, the only enemy they know by default are foundation of Black Americans. So they got one enemy in mind, but from the Black authority standpoint, he's arguing they don't know who the enemy is as rounding them up.
And which one is it? But don't worry, he goes a little bit further here right now, by the way.
Until the other day, downtown Manhattan, they raided down on the east side, where a lot of our people from the continent vend. And that's when it blew open and we go like, now they're attacking Africans. Before they were just attacking the Spanish speaking from South America. But at the same time, they were attacking us, but they were keeping it very quiet. But that day, the ICE people came in the open and just beat up on our people and took their products and ran them away so that the next day, a street that was always full.
If he's talking about New York, family, if y'all never been downtown in New York in the city, family, all that bootleg shit, when they say take their stuff, is all bootleg Gucci, bootleg Louis, bootleg Polo, is all bootleg Versace shades, bootleg cologne, bootleg, they even bootleg Vans, Vans niggas, those bootleg. Everything down there bootleg. So everything about them here is just illegal. They're illegal, and they, of course, the way they make their living got to be illegal, and nothing can be legal. So yeah, they're getting their stuff snatched, and it's being entered into evidence or being destroyed.
Full of West Africans.
They are facing the they are facing the consequences of dealing with trademark stuff. Okay, all those clothes and belts and colognes, all that shit trademark. So now they see why it's important to trademark something. You see, you can't just take it and then try to make some money off it and bootleg it. They're getting arrested, their products getting snatched, thrown away, into the evidence, and they're getting deported. That now you see why. That's why they hated that our FBA name is trademarked, because they try to mess with it. Deportation and arrest. Arrest what happened?
Nobody.
Oh, well, but when we talked about what the police were doing to us and what the government was doing to us, the Africans were telling us that we're lazy, we don't work hard, that the white folk brought them over here because they're hard workers and they're so much better. Okay, so which telling us, we the state said, okay, we
I'm
just
trying to get to it.
All these and that you were, then they saw them, they didn't, so you together, and you don't, if you're married to that, you're going to make up all kinds of.
All right, so let me put the link or the phone number. So anybody want to hop on, especially if you for Pan-Africanism or you're actually African, you dig, or you're against FBA, if you got questions, right, about FBA, trademark, anything, what Tariq Nasheed said, did, what he was formerly, anything like that, anything you want to ask that's on your heart, click that link and let me put the phone number in the chat. Let me see if I had something. Okay, let me see if they responded to what I said on this show. Because they cut me off.
Lineage, black people who is leaving their homelands to come here, some shit that we provided for them. They just said, well, what did we do? What did we accomplish? See, you don't have the right definition of what.
So either they kicked me off, or because I was talking from my phone, which I never use, and it might have been too close to my face, and my cheek might have like disconnected me off their StreamYard. So I'm not sure. All I know is I was talking, I looked at the phone and there was nothing there. So I'm not sure if I got kicked off or I kicked myself off.
FB is. We're defining the lineage, bro. So everything we accomplish as a country, that's you could throw ADOS on it, descendants of freedmen, and FB on it. Okay, we're acknowledging and identifying the lineage. We did all that shit. And we don't want no alliances with people who sold us or bought us. So white folks are African.
My life in exchange for yours. Now you didn't mess up the show. I got you. Thank you, the lineage. Love $10. You didn't mess the show up. You just I was trying to explain to you that like right now you're watching the show. You sent the super chat. Thank you for that. I'm saying that screen right there. You gotta mute that screen or pause that screen first. So basically, you got to stop watching the show. Like once you call into anybody's show or click their link, you have to stop. You got to put the show on pause or mute right away, because it will always be a double echo on anybody's show. So it's not just mine, it's anybody's show. So you got to pause the video you're watching first and then call in and then click the link. But you cannot do both. You cannot do both. So we got First Class Citizen, $5 super chat. He says that's because Professor Small-Minded have an inferiority complex. That's why they talk negatively about us to Africans. Sabir Bay's another one. Yeah, they sick. Right. And did they get off just hating themselves? It's like really weird.
Yeah. Now the Caribbean, y'all victims like us, we can figure some shit out. But the people who sold us and bought us, you're done. Just that simple. So when we say all we got, we're talking about the lineage first and the extension to the Caribbean, because they were also sold by these buyers and sellers. But Africans and whites, they always been in business. So it's no surprise to us that Ibra and Tariq linked up with the Russians and first the French. They always did business with white folks. Their first big blockbuster deal was with us, sold us and bought us. But no, man. No. There's no alliance. We're not trying to do anything with slave traders and raiders and buyers. That's it. So right now in America, we're delineating, we're separating, And we saying everybody hold their own nuts, fight for your causes on your own.
So if y'all coming in late, I was invited to a show in the morning. I was invited in the morning. I pulled up immediately. I was trying to show Key Builder how to handle an invite. Right, I pulled up right away, and that's me cooking on them on their show.
Gonna fight for ours. All right, all that extra support with these African breeding shots. Y'all good. Yeah, figure that shit out. Even all y'all, even online, you know, your YouTube spaces. Listen, y'all on your own.
All right, so that right there. So I either got kicked off or I kicked myself off. So the fact that they're not talking, I believe I kicked myself off. Yeah, but I wasn't sure. That's why I hop on. But real fast, just 2 minutes of your time. This is the new FBA single, okay? Just 2 minutes of your time. Don't trip. If you like good music, here you go. 2 minutes. Check it out. Oh, produced, written by yours truly, Unbiased Rhyme.
They don't like us, they don't like us, they don't like lookalikes, they don't like us, they don't like us, they don't like us, they don't like lookalikes, they don't like us, they don't like us, they don't like us, they don't like lookalikes, they don't like us, they don't like us, they don't like us, they don't like lookalikes, they don't like us. We the original, number one, uno, we're not alike, you know. Y'all are liar like we made in the image, our likeness. Our image is righteous, our lineage is priceless. You can't buy or sell it, they tried it, they tried to sell it, they tried it. They not like us, they don't like us, they don't like what the lies, they don't like us, they don't like us, they don't like us, they don't like what the lies. They don't like lookalikes, they don't like us, 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 they don't like lookalikes, they don't like us, they don't like us, they don't like us, they don't like us, they don't like us. We the original, number one on the road, we're not out like you know. Y'all are all liar like we're made in the image and likeness. Our image is righteous, our lineage is priceless. You can't buy or sell it, it's right. Can't ever sell it, it's right.
Yes, yes, yes. That is the latest track on the FBA News and Updates channel. You like it, SWL?
Oh yeah, bro. You know you be hitting every time. I listened to that already. I saw it on my
Okay.
feed already. I love that
All
song.
right.
Keep it coming,
Yeah.
bro. Keep doing what you do. I'm loving it.
Check it out. I had brought it to work, and I played it like for everybody, like everybody there, everybody there, black, white, Chinese, and yo, look. I played it 3 times. Like they kept saying, "Run it back, run it back."
Back.
So yeah, the boss was like, "Yo, that's a good song. That stays in your head." I was like, "Yeah, that's the whole point of music. You want it to stay in somebody's head." All right, so okay, so now I want to try to find real fast. I want to try to find that channel that was dissing FBA's, and one person was over here already. She was over here, the owner of the channel, but her guest, I've been trying to get over here for the longest. He came over here but was afraid to click the link. His name is Q Butter. But he snuck over to her channel to like just run their mouth. So let me try to find their channel real fast. And Like, damn, man. Okay, wait, which channel I use to watch it?
Oh, big facts, because they attacked our spirituality system. Big facts. I don't doubt that at all. But you say we was brought over here.
Now I'm saying, look, I agree with both scenarios, OTK. Some of us was here, some of us was brought over. I'm not saying they burned no 40 million. Well, how many people they burned? I don't know. I wasn't, but as a possibility, it could have happened. There's a possibility that strong possibility that we came over here. But where did if we were already here, then the genetic marker would have to be showing up as us being here, before. And really there is some markers. I mean, it's a big vast conversation. I'm not knocking either way. I'm gonna put it like that.
Yeah, because see, their argument is faulty. You know why their whole entire argument is not foundational on anything? It's because this system called white racism was established with a slave institution. So even if you were to call yourself whatever you want to call yourself, from what angle are you doing it, brother?
Yo, look at this fool right here. This fool said, if you want to call yourself what you want to call yourself, this is their clapback, family, to our stance on delineating. This dude said, what angle are you, what Bobby, what's his name? Phil Valentine garbage are you? This dude said, what angle are you calling yourself that?
White on anything? It's because this system called white racism was established with a slave institution. So even if you were to call yourself whatever you want to call yourself, from what angle are you doing it, brother? Because if you're saying, hey, we're going to get a whole bunch of former slaves under a new identity to come to the white man about reparations? No. How about talk about military strategy?
Okay, how about you tell those folks pitching CARICOM? You see, now SWL, that's a case in point, family. I heard that. But they come now, we're not the only people, the only lineage claim, with a reparations claim. You have the Afro-Caribbean, okay? Under CARICOM. They got a lineage-based reparations claim, and it's lineage-based too. It ain't race-based. Okay, remember, race means everybody African descent gets a piece of it. So the Caribbean said, hell no, this is lineage-based only. Okay, now, when it comes to us, SWL, everybody's telling us, oh, you're begging, go take it, go take it. But the Caribbean claim, I never hear one person say, yo, what they begging for? Why don't they just go take it? Take up arms and go take it. I'm telling you, family, we see over and over and over that the this hate is one-sided. It's a one-way ticket. It does not go both ways. There's another claim out there. Like they don't even acknowledge it. It's like, so why are they begging? Do they have their hands out? Like, what's up? Well, hold on. There's more.
How you're going to first protect these black people who you're going to now go to the government and say, we want our money without any type of confrontation. It doesn't sound logical. So we have to always consider the full spectrum of the vision of liberation is that
they were just saying retarded shit. Nobody. So who took their reparations? Like what example he got for us that people wanted reparations and just took it? Just talking.
We are trying to find an identity to call ourselves so that we can unify. When we all can unify under an identity, then we can now say what we want as this new identity. And once we come to terms with that, then we got to also know, hey, we're also speaking to this authority from a position that is a slave. So we're basically the oppressed people going to the oppressor. Hey, oppressor, we want money. The oppressors.
Now this is the mind state of a defeated tether. This dude said, hey, oppressor, like look how when we say undermining, like this is the definition of undermining. Hey, oppressor, we want money. Just give us money. Give us money we don't deserve. Give us money that's not owed to us. Just give us money. Give us a handout. this disgusting man right here.
So we're basically the oppressed people going to the oppressor. Hey, oppressor, we want money. The oppressor is going to look at you and say, oh, really? What are you going to do about it? And that's when we got to start talking big shit. And that's what I went to talk to him about. But I'm glad that he left because he wasn't ready for the Black Jesus Buddha. He wasn't ready for this. I was going to question his ass.
Now he's talking about me. When I just said I kicked myself off, I didn't leave. I thought first of all, I thought they kicked me off because just now, as I'm watching it back, I see I was talking. I just stopped talking and nobody got on. So obviously I kicked myself off. I was in the midst of talking, idiot. But he said I ran from him with that dumbass question. So what angle are you identifying yourself? The 90 degrees angle. What's up? Acute angle. Now what? What angle?
I was going to definitely dissect that whole all that stuff is whack because you're not going to go to the white man and ask him to pay you money when you're oppressed. You're a victim. A victim, an oppressed person it's like telling the bully, hey, bully, can you stop beating me up? He's going to keep beating you up. You got to fight him. And that's the only way
Now, look, we're taking advice from somebody who most likely fled from his country about fighting. Not one fighting bone in his body. And he's trying to tell us how to fight. He just fled his whole country. Dude, nuts.
Whatever you want to call yourself, are going to get reparations. The white man is not going to give you reparations by simply taking him to his courts. He created the system. You're going to take him to his own.
Now, meanwhile, this is the same guy who go to court for the littlest. Look, this guy get a court date for his child support, and he's there. You dig? He's there. He ain't gonna miss that court date. His ass is in court. If he get a ticket, traffic ticket, his ass in court. But he trying to tell us, nah, the courtroom ain't where it's at. No, you gotta take up arms. This is the foolishness that this is the clapback. Listen to the clapback. This is the best they got. This is why they don't click the link and talk to us.
Courts and try to get him to play by your rules. Are you crazy, Negro? Get out of here. Get out of your dream world. This is a war. I'm gonna leave it there.
Now when it comes down to us and this American Indian thing, though.
Dr. Claude, right? Magnificent Five or whatever, the Magnificent they took over.
All right, SWL, can you respond to what that fool just said?
Whoa, bro, just listening to him. And we were just talking about that. This is that colonized mind, bro. They are literally afraid of the Caucasian. Like I told, see, we have nothing in common with people talk like that. And that's when you know they can't be from America. It doesn't make any sense. These people gotta understand, the Constitution is written basically about us. Now he's trying to explain to us why not to get in court when we've been literally, the courts were established about us. These people are not from America. You can't be from America talking like that. That right there is a colonized brain or either a fleer when they're talking about the American justice system. When it was created about us. We understand that. What he's talking about, like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about, but you won't last a minute on nowhere in the FBA community from the east, west, north, and south talking like that. We'll pull over and let you out. Go ahead and get out, bro. We got business to go take care of. That's how we get down. We don't do that when it's time to get busy. These people trying to talk to us about American history. It's like, what are you talking about? You don't talk to us about American history. You're trying to explain to us about what we doing here. Dude, we already got all the facts in. Only thing we doing now is teaching our young ones that's coming up right now. That's it. We're not talking to you people. You people are running over here bothering us. We already know what we're doing. We don't need like a person that's been like running from somewhere to come somewhere. If you're running and you're coming and you want help, then just say that. We don't talk like that. We don't act like that. You know that because we have been training you folks all over the world. That's why you come here. You come here to see how we did it. And when you find how humble we are, that's the problem. You don't understand how humbleness and a warrior spirit is rooted in this land. They don't get it. Look, we 360 degrees here, man. We know how to do everything in America. When you come over and question us about America, bro, you're not getting a look from the Caucasian. You're getting a look from us. It's like somebody coming to, like when somebody knock on a door and that knock ain't right, everybody look at each other. Who is that? See, they don't even know nothing about this stuff. That's why Ron, that's why it's so good that you're here, that we're getting every fiber. That's why a lot of these people that's been to school and stuff, they dealing with the same type of people. They got to understand, like, we already been to school. We've already been to school. We understand this Pan-African stuff. We know this stuff is like over. People got to go to the back of the bus. Go sit in the back of the class or just be quiet right now. We got you. We're not no longer taking information or instructions from folks, man. We know what we're doing. We got this. So when we listen to people that come from somewhere else, we already know, like, man, go read a book, bro. We don't read books. We out of the books. We practical application. They're still trying to read books. It's like those books that you're reading, going through HBCUs and stuff. We're past that now. We always creating stuff new. We never stay the same. That's how America is. They keep trying to. They think they are fooling us still. And it's like, no, you're not fooling us anymore. It's just our humbleness and our family and the way that we've built on these certain type of morals to protect this land, to protect this water, to protect this air, to protect everything that we got here. We've already fought what they want us to fight against. Like, y'all coming over here wanting us to fight something? Like, yo, go read a book. You go read a book. We don't need to. Yeah, we don't.
They got a bunch of books. You already know that.
All those books they're writing, even Smalls. Go read one of his books.
He got about 100 books, yo.
Oh my God! Look, and he don't believe in them no more. So that's the problem. He don't believe in his own books anymore. That's why he can't. He's not going to connect with us. We know right now. He like that grandpa over there screaming and stuff, talking, and people like, well, grandpa, we're just gonna go over there and just give him something, right? Because right now he's checked out. He's checked out. He knows right now it's like talking to a brick wall, talking to us like, yeah, bro, we looking for our elders to understand what it means to be American, not to try to convince someone. We're not trying to convince these folks. They're trying to.
Let me say this: like Smalls is so against being American. He got Ghana citizenship and won't take his coon ass over there to live permanently for nothing. Hey, yo, all of us can, if we wanted to, donate like $10 a head, all 100 and plus of us, $10 a head for this dude to live over there. So that means that all expenses paid. You feel me? Food and everything. He good. Internet, car, camel, whatever they use. He will still say no. All expenses paid. He will say hell to the no. Yes, I wanted to call her. Is that Renato, the caller?
Nah, this is Black Horse.
Okay, what's up, Black Horse? What's going on, brother?
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Did you want to add something?
Oh yeah. How you doing today, Ron? And what's up to all the chat? Yeah, man. What I wanted to talk about was what y'all basically covered that far as with them tethers. Man, Ron, truth be told, man, they gotta go. That's it, man. Enough is enough of this crap. I'm 48 years of age now. So I've been watching them and I lived around them for multiple years or whatever. And to be honest with you, their styles never change. It just also, it absolutely gets dirty. It gets filthy. It gets unsanitized. Once they get up in your spot or whatever, and they think that everything cool, they'll speak to you, they'll do all that. They'll offer you food or whatever. But once they get comfortable and they know they got their lit, oh man, they start doing all kinds of wild crap, man. You start seeing them come back out with a child that's probably 6, 7 years of age. The daddy currying the child. or the mama putting the child up in the damn stroller or whatever. I mean, they real lazy when it come down to it. And then they got a nerve to fake like when they get themselves up in trouble or whatever, especially where I live, they'll turn around and play like they need an interpreter, that they don't know how to speak no English no more.
Oh, hell
You
yeah.
know, and they got to run around and have management doing all this, that, and the third or whatever. And I mean, Ron, man, you got to see them. When I say it's sick like that, when I say, man, when they bring, most of the time, these people not even their immediate family. Some of them be working at Home Depot, and just because they got money, you know, far as a day's job, man, they would turn around and bring them folks up in there. And sometimes, Ron, I ain't lying, I walked up in one of these chicks' houses, and it was about 12 o'clock at night. Man, I'm talking about when I had to step over arm, from arm to leg, from leg to neck, just to go to the bathroom. I said, hell no. She had the nerve to offer me something to eat, and I go to the damn kitchen. I don't see nothing but the goddamn super mice and the ghetto ninja roaches running across the damn stove. I said, no, ma'am, I'm out there. No, ma'am, no hungry. And rolled up out of that camp.
I don't eat food. I eat only oxygen. No, man.
Right,
Wait. So what state was that?
This in DC.
Oh,
yeah,
where?
This in DC. Yeah, I'm born and bred in DC, straight up my whole life.
Damn.
Yeah, you know, my family though, they originated from Rich Square, North Carolina, and my father's side from Charlotte, South Carolina or whatever. And then after that, I asked my grandmother, I said, what made you come up here in the early 40s? You know what she told me? She said, because all the jobs were up here. I said, damn. Okay. Yeah, you know, and then also too, I want to explain to you, Ron, I had talked to my granny one day. This was not too long ago, just recently. And I asked her, my grandmother, she's 103 years of age, and I asked her in her face, I said, Granny, did we come in on them boats, on them slave ships? And she said, no. She said, we were already here with a straight face and all that. Yeah, you know. And I asked her basically what Native American tribe where we may be from or whatever. Before I could even finish that, she said Cherokee. I said, damn. I said, Granny, you 103 years of age and you still remember all that? She said, I may be old, but that don't make me stop from being fly. I said, okay. Right. Yeah. Hey, man, but Ron, how your family doing, man?
Good, actually. Very well, man. Yours?
Yeah, man, good, man. I can't complain, man. Everything is cool up in the game. The only thing I do, man, is just work hard and just laugh and pay bills. That's it, Ron.
Yeah. That's the key.
And also too, Ron, before I go, Ron, I want you to know, man, I respect all your work, man. Also, man, I got a real cold passion for your music, man. You be hitting that shit.
Oh, thank you, bro.
No
Yes,
man.
thank you.
Yeah, you know, man, and do me a favor, man, to you and all the chat, man. Y'all have a blessed holiday, man. Everybody stay safe, man, and keep up the good work, man. All
Thank
right,
you. Appreciate
be the call,
it, man.
brother. Thank you, man. All right.
Have a great one.
All right.
Yes, sir. SWL. You want to piggyback to what you were saying?
Oh, no doubt. You know, we love it when our brothers come on, man, and his story, you know, it just hit different. That's why I say, no matter how our ears perk up, but because like I'm from North Carolina, but that's where I'm from, you know. And he said Charlotte, then he said Cherokee. If you ever look at a map, how North Carolina is, there's 3 major tribes that was in North Carolina. Like there's a Croatan Indian, there's the Tariq, and then there's another one like over there in Western North Carolina. But when you see that little dip down, because North Carolina also touches Georgia and South Carolina, but it just sort of bends over. That's where the Cherokees are. So we have to always understand that our ethnogenesis and our delineation is destroying these people's narrative. It's over for them. Because see, we accept who we are. We know that we had ethnogenesis. We know our people were here. We know some of them came over here on ships, and we get it. Because those people were riders. Those people already understand. We know. We don't need other people to try to explain to us anymore. We sort of like already past that. So when he's talking about North Carolina, when he's talking about Charlotte, he's talking about these states, these cities down here. I know all that. So That's what my grandmother said, bro. So it's like they wasn't talking about Africa. Now I'm sure that we got some people, and a lot more up north. You know, some of them that are talking about Africa. We have no problem with them. The problem is they have a problem with us, and we can no longer do that with them because our children are at stake. Because that's all they're thinking about. They're running around talking about, oh, they're grabbing the children. You see what's happening in Charlotte. You know that the National Guard is down here too. They're grabbing them folks up right now. I was just down there. So they're marching, right? They're marching again like they do everywhere. You know, the liberals got them out there marching and talking tough, and they're coming out with the anchor babies, and the anchor babies are really, really upset like they are everywhere, because those are the ones that normally are out there. Those people that really think like, oh, well, my family's from here. We need to be able to do this. And it's like, okay, well, if your family just need to be able to do this, why are you marching? See, the people that are not marching are us. That's the difference. You're marching. You wouldn't be marching for, what are you marching for?
Yeah, and why are they marching? Remember, we just heard they take up arms and they violent, they go to war, and they say we only march. Yeah, so why y'all marching? Well, why don't you do what you said you guys do? You know what I mean? Like you guys pull up and you guys, they be ready for that war.
Yeah,
show us how to do it.
See, it's different talking behind a screen. So see, because he is a tether. You already picked that out. That guy's not American, and the ones that are marching out there not American. It really plays out right in front of your face, right? They've been begging for us to come out there in those streets for a long time. And you know who else is not coming? Mostly Caribbean dark people. And the reason they're not coming out there is because we're not out there. Because we lead everything. They don't want to go out there and get snatched up. See, they're not going out there because we're not going out there. It's not that they don't want to do something about themselves being snatched up. They're like, man, we know that we're not them. FBA is not going out there. We can't go out there. Freeman are not out there. ADOS are not out there. They have no interest in it. Matter of fact, they're going on about their business like it doesn't mean anything. So we have to watch them, which is what they've been doing. So I don't know why they keep coming on all these podcasts talking crap. Because if y'all really thought like that, you would be out there in mass. Look, they're about to strike that temporary citizenship stuff.
Hey, you just reminded me. I found it. So let me play it real fast. It's 2 minutes.
Okay.
Tonight, the president says he has halted all asylum decisions after the ambush attack on the 2 National Guard members. He's also promising to expel millions of immigrants already here, revoking their legal status. Fox 4's Sean Rabb reports immigration attorneys are worried a paradigm shift on how America welcomes immigration is coming.
The Thanksgiving Eve ambush attack on 2 National Guardsmen in D.C. has increased President Donald Trump's focus on immigration. Writing on social media Thursday night, quote, I will permanently pause migration from all third world countries to allow the U.S. system to fully recover, terminate all of the millions of the Biden illegal admissions.
We're not going to advance any green card. We're not going to provide any work permit. Anyone that is in process is sort of paused.
Immigration attorney Hector Quiroga. The administration saying it will also
what the hell Hector say? I can't understand one word Hector just
review documents of legal immigrants from some 19 different countries.
This is critical because he's talking about reviewing everybody's green card on those 19 countries. And so it's going back through these files to see if there's any error or any mistake that could divest somebody from being a resident. All their life is here, has been here, they've been working.
The president vowing to remove other immigrants from the United States by revoking their legal status. That number could be in the millions.
And it's hard to measure because we don't know if there is a time frame, and we're going to do this for the last 2 years, last 5 years, last 10 years, 20 years, and so the numbers will shift depending on what is the window, if you will. But the impact really is just is a nation of instability. We're becoming unstable. We don't know if that if you're a resident or even a naturalized citizen.
Talk about reverse migration. This term we heard from President.
Yeah, let me hear that. What's that
Yeah,
about?
so there's been tried part of the strategy, which is the self-deport, go back to your country or go somewhere else, right? Go to Canada, go to other places. And so you go to America because there is security, because there is stability, and that we're losing that with this sort of like measures that seem to go so far.
Not clear yet if the president plans to move forward by executive order, but the Supreme Court would have to settle the legal challenges that will likely come. Sean Rabb, Fox 4 News.
All right, well, there you go, man. You brought it up. We got some more details on that. So, yeah, that's going to shake up a lot of things, man. You know, people running their mouth like this guy right here. I got to play this guy.
You have a culture outside of Africa, sir.
So you think me saying Afro-Jamaican is bad?
No, I didn't say that, but y'all generally they don't say that. Nobody says Afro-Jamaican. Nobody says that.
All right, you are right with that. You are right.
Right. Yeah, people are just Jamaican. You have your own Jamaican culture. You have the way you talk. You have the way you cook. You have the way you dress. You have a very specific culture as a Jamaican.
Who food you think is better, Jamaican or American food?
Well, us clearly. Because
Tariq, man, bro, what I'm to your boss, man. Yo, give us one credit. You can't give Jamaicans no credit. Not one.
I like Jamaican food, but hell, there's only so much rice and peas and jerk chicken and oxtails you can eat. I mean, it's not as diverse as ours. We have, foundation Black Americans. So no, we're not shitting on you. Because
I'm trying not to watch it. I'm trying to read the comments. It's so fucking funny. Who are the people you say you want me to talk to?
Yeah, hold on. Let me let some of the family up in here. Hold on. Let me let some of the family in here to talk to you.
How long have you, you're basically the head leader of the whole entire thing.
How am I the leader of a lineage?
I'm so, okay. I'm really not.
Yeah, let me read that comment. Where that comment at? Lord Maul 3 says, these Pan-Africanists selling dreams of Wakanda is over. Yes, a dude had called in to Tariq's show. And I'm going to play that tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to play because he got two videos. And one guy called in talking about that, the Wakanda dreams. And I believe Tariq let him get off a few things that I wouldn't let him get off. So because he got those things off, he had a little more momentum to fight with. But he still got cooked, but it could have been a lot easier. Yeah, that's why I say Tariq is getting tethered fatigue, where he's troll fatigue, where he's really being bored with these guys.
Trolling, I'm I'm not.
How am I the leader of a lineage, brother?
No, because when I talked to the guy, he was he's basically the one who was the forefront. I guess
nobody says I'm the leader. I'm not the leader of 43 million people. It's impossible.
Yeah, that's okay.
Right.
Hitler did it.
Who? Hitler? No, Hitler. He had the Third Reich. He was, they had the SS. They literally had an organization going.
Somebody said they called it ice on me. I thought I was cool. That's crazy. What? You can't. I just got my citizenship. So don't play around with me, bro. Don't play around with me.
But they're saying that you're doing Fed optics. Yeah, you saying a lot.
No. Whoa. I just like to know. I'd like to know anything. I'm interested in learning.
No. Because a lot of times dudes do all the I'm naive. I don't know. But ain't you the leader?
That's too much. That's too much work, Tariq.
No, that sounds like Fed talk, bro. When you do that, when you try to play naive and then plant lies out there that you know is not true. Yeah,
you can see my profile. I've also made videos. Asking FBAs. I've also said good and bad things. I'm not no Fed.
That sounds fetish though, dude. That's what Feds be doing.
Okay. I get that part.
That's why
he knows very well. You got your citizenship. Yes. What's wrong with getting your citizenship?
Yeah, man. That's why. That's part of the reason why people delineate, man. When you do stuff. Look, let me get my brother Dan up here. Let me get brother Daniel up here.
Hello, brother Dan. How are you today, sir?
What's going on with you? How you doing, Flex?
Hey, Dan, how you doing? We got Pluto here from Jamaica.
I heard him. Hey, side note, I sent you a video Tariq on Twitter. I did a little edit for you.
Okay, I'll check it out.
And I did the thing on how to block those people when they come up for you.
You should do your research before you got your censorship.
So
I don't think I have to.
You got to stay out the comments, gang. They're going to be down there all night. We get 500 comments every minute.
No. The comments are fine.
No, I'm just telling you. So, so here's the thing, right? I'm not saying you were fed.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir.
when you ask the same question, all of the feds ask, it kind of, you know what I'm saying,
Hold
points
on.
to the fact you're fed before. And you
I gotta rewind that one. He said, I'm not trying to say you a fed. But if you ask all the questions feds, yo. Oh Lord, that was funny.
get 500 comments every minute.
No. No, the comments are fine.
No, I'm just telling you. So, okay, so here's the thing, right? I'm not saying you were fed.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir.
when you ask the same question, all of the feds ask, it kind of, you know what I'm saying, points to the fact you were fed. Now, you came here, you said...
Have you ever heard what Bob Marley said? Rastaman no work for no FBI, no CIA. If you don't believe me, I don't know what to say, boss. I really don't know what to say. Like, cool. I'm not interested in...
But like I was saying, though, let me just finish my point. It's like you walked into an NBA game asking, so what is a basketball? Like, bro, you know what we talking about. You just said your coworker told you about what foundational Black American was. And you say he broke it down to you. Then you come into the live and pretend like you don't know what we is and what we talking about and how this works. Why is that? That don't even make sense. You see how we look at you?
How does that not make any sense?
If you go to a soccer match, if you go to a football match, and somebody's out on the pitch and asking, hey, so what is soccer? It's like,
I don't think what I said or what I explained was like very much incorrectly.
First thing out your mouth was, what is this FBA stuff about?
Because this is Tariq. This is the one who is mainly in front of everything.
So you said you made videos.
So everybody has a different, huh?
You said you made videos in the past talking about.
Of course, I made videos in the past. I made videos in the past because I've seen videos that got me upset.
Somewhat versed on the subject, right?
I'm somewhat versed on the subject, but I want to hear from the person who is basically a big speaker for the lineage organization, lineage in general. Yeah, because I'm going to slip up. This is my first time discussing this conversation.
So here's the thing, right?
Say it again.
I said, here's the thing, right? I mean, personally, I don't trust none of y'all. And that's not a shot at you. I'm just saying I don't trust y'all.
People I be talking about very
the people I be talking about.
Like this dude,
what did I say that was extreme?
No, I'm just. You say you don't. What you just said this recently.
No, I'm saying like,
you say you don't trust.
It's not wise to trust anybody. So here's the thing, right?
So you trust Tariq and not me.
I met the brother. I kind of know him.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know you. That's what I'm saying. Like you come around. Okay, so this is the thing, right? If you just remove the whole FBA conversation,
copy.
If somebody comes around pretending like they don't know something,
I never pretend. Let's get that straight. I never pretend. I ask question.
Sure. Yeah. You ask the question.
Yo,
you want to hear that?
This is how you really
talk
right?
This is what feds do. I mean, I ain't even said a sentence yet.
How am I offended? If anything relates to destroying anything black, I'm not interested. No.
Listen what you're saying. Now you cut me off. See, because the fact of the matter is, right? Again, just take it away from me, right? Take it away from me. Take it away from Tariq. Take it right. The timeline was you came in.
And yo, family, do me a favor. I of course I'm trying to get some TikTok exposure, but if you guys know of any Twitter X rooms where they cooking on this topic, I don't care if it's a room full of haters. Like, let me know, man. You know, I'm trying to get cooking in Twitter and TikTok.
Asking a question about a subject you already did some type of research on, and then you just admitted that your friend or your coworker or whoever told you about it. When you came in, you didn't divulge that. You was like, well, so what is this stuff about? And you ask the question like everybody else does when they pretend like they don't know. So it's like, okay, you can't say you're different from these people, but y'all all acting different in the same way. Like every time these fed people come up here, they all have the same questions.
Okay.
The same exact questions and the same statements. Now you saying you're not these people. That's cool, but you're behaving like these people. So which one speak louder, actions or words?
I don't know, Daniel. You tell me.
See, there we go. Now there's the
no. I'm seriously not trying to sound rude, Daniel. Like
I don't care about you being rude.
Anytime somebody got to say, I don't know, tell me.
That's
you know, come on.
Kids. No, I'm not trying to be rude.
Brother,
if I
I
came
promise
out
you, I
rude, I'm
care
gonna
less.
apologize for that. But I'm not
You don't
trying to
have
be
to.
rude.
But my point is this, right? I don't care one way or another, right? If you fail to learn a lesson, you become a lesson.
I just need
So
to investigate him. What the?
a lot of people like you come on with these same talking points, time after time, and they always do the
What
same
if
thing.
you don't want to?
Well,
If you
Tariq,
don't,
you're the leader.
if
Tariq, you're the leader. And
if
it's like
Daniel,
it's
this
not
is why.
just
Listen,
because a
Daniel.
person
Listen,
is
Daniel.
bring you
Listen. This
asking
is
for
why.
information and
This
you
is why. You
talking before you
see,
get the
I'm
information.
talking to Tariq,
That doesn't make any sense.
and he's like very subtle. You know, we don't know if you think you're blood clot massacre or something, but you need to just
But now,
chill.
you gotta speak
Like,
English. I don't speak Patois.
you say what?
You gotta speak. I don't speak Patois. I didn't understand which words you just said. And then also,
Yes, you
you
do.
how
Yeah, you were one of those radical dudes.
how? What did
And
I say was radical?
I see how
What
it
did I say
is.
was radical?
No, I see it. No, I just see how it is. Your
What
insight.
did I say that was radical? I didn't say
No,
anything that was radical.
no, like I'm low-key trying to really understand, and you just.
How are you trying to understand? You asking a question. You talking while I'm talking. That's not trying to understand. See, if you really wanted to understand,
I
you'd be
need to
like,
talk to
hey,
somebody else, Daniel.
if you, yeah, I
You
know,
too
it's real
radical
hard,
for
ain't
me.
it?
I
If
don't
you
talk to
wanted to
radical people.
understand
You too
what was
radical,
going
Daniel.
on in the
You
Renaissance,
are very
the first
angry at
thing you would have
somebody,
said
but
was
don't be
you'd
angry
have
at
been
me.
honest about how much you knew, and then you would have
Daniel,
asked us to correct
let me talk to
the inconsistency.
somebody, please. I don't need to talk to you no more. I need to talk to somebody
See, if you
else.
really wanted to know what was
No,
going
I don't want
on,
nothing
you
from
would have
you.
came
I don't.
in and you would have been
You
like, hey,
came off. You
listen,
rubbed me
I
off
talked to
bad.
a coworker, and the coworker said X,
All
Y.
right, somebody sent me a video. They said to watch 2 minutes, about 1 minute of it. It's including Bussy Smalls. Let's check it out.
To have us deny our identity as African Americans, while other Africans come from other places and try to assume that identity for economic reasons and political reasons, and yet do not ally themselves with the African American in most instances. That those immigrant African community tend to ally themselves with the European American, not understanding what the historical relationship between the African American and the European American is, or the war, the cultural war and the spiritual war and the economic war and the political war that still exists between those two communities. So when you're an African from another place and you come and say, well, I can't get caught up in that, I'm here to make money, then you ally yourself with someone I'm at war with and wonder why I treat you a certain way. So you need to understand what you have just done. Besides disrespecting me in my country, something I would never do to you in your country. I would not go to Senegal and choose the side of the French against you. I would not come to Jamaica and choose the side of the Brits against you.
Okay, you see? So they showed me this video showing this is an old video of Coon Smalls, checking Africa. You see how he flip-flops?
So why would you come to America and choose the side of the white American for
Okay,
whatever?
you see that? So he is, yeah, this is wild. This is a great video. They're showing that this coon is chastising Africa for the same reason why we chastise him, but now all of a sudden that he's on payroll, now our chastisement is Fed talk, FBI talk, and you're doing it right now.
Whatever reason, economic, political, cultural, or whatever, against me and my interests, and then tell me I'm unwelcoming to you. I welcome my friends and my brothers and sisters. I do not welcome my enemies, whether they look like me or not. Let's get that.
Oh, so we got African enemies. You see, he is talking like he is the leader. Here he is. This is the leader.
Here up front. And then let's look at some of the episodes in the epic history.
Okay, you see that? So there you go. That's your boy, Pan-African Coon Smalls, getting chastising who we would call African tethers. He's doing it. But say we're crazy. All right, so I think okay, there you go. So SLL. That's Professor James Smalls. Now he's back saying it is what we're saying. The dude is like literally flip-flopping.
I mean, look, we just saw it, right? So, like I said, he knows, and they have these dual loyalties, to the so-called diaspora, and it's like, okay, so now you're trying to tell us that now you've changed. That's why I tell them a lot of time, like our elders, like, look, if you have a dual loyalty and you don't understand the time and what we living in, then we're not going to even just deal with you. We're trying to respect you because you have some sort of, you got a history of basically standing up. But now all of a sudden you want us to bow down to Africa, bro. This is not going to happen. We have no interest in bowing down to Africa when they're over there doing coups. They're not doing this themselves. These people, he's not even over there. And it's like they don't want to talk about that. It's like, man, how can you be so weak as to not stay where you are fighting for? You're fighting for Africa and America. The very thing that you said that you wouldn't, that they were coming over here doing, they were being like an op to us. You were warning us that years ago. Now all of a sudden you're good, you're cool with them when our generation of millennials and our alphas, they don't need no part of that, bro. You're selling them out. They're now knowing that they got people that they went to school with, that they caught the bus with, that they were in the 4th and 5th grade with, now basically have been looking at them like they're a meal ticket, like they've been wiping their feet on them. We're trying to educate our young now that, hey, you got to understand what you're doing in your own country. So now our people now looking at that saying, hey, this is mine. It's like move around. If you're going to send your child to our schools and you're an immigrant and you don't understand what your immigrant family came over here in the probably 50s or 40s that was real riders, if you're not with them, then we have to guard our children against you because you sound like Dr. Smalls, which has two faces. See, we made a song.
Right.
We had a song called They Smile in Your Face. They all the time they want to take your place. They're backstabbers. See, that's an FBA song. See, we got enough information to be able to deal with these folks. We done made the song. Look, we got a soundtrack for everything in this world. So everything that we do, we already have done it. We have a plethora of knowledge and wisdom and strength to be able to deal with tethers and immigrants right now. That's their problem. They can no longer put the curriculum out there. And Donald Trump destroying America's curriculum anyway. And the only one that's not concerned is us. They're talking about taking down a statue, man. Go ahead. You want to take down a statue about Harriet Tubman? Dude, we know what Harriet Tubman is. We're that. We are this, what you are coming to read. We don't need this stuff anymore. Our children now understand that when they look at us, we're that. And if you're not on code, they understand who you are too. We set the trend. Our young people already know what time it is. They're just trying to understand who these people are that's sitting next to them in school and on these jobs, because they've been seeing them for a while, acting sort of strange. You know how our young come up with the words. You know how they come up with the styles. You know how when they come up with that slang. And we know what they're doing. See, that delineation has always been us. What you think the Underground Railroad was? It was a freaking delineation, man. Everything that we do has been delineation. But now we're just bringing that to the forefront. We taking that across generations now. It's not underground anymore. It's in your face. We're telling these people right now, sit down, fall back. I know they're not used to a black man, a black woman in America saying that to any of them at any time. It's like we used to give our kids a look and they shut up, even some of our pets. Now we're giving them that look and they're running.
Some of the pets.
Right. They're running to Zaddy. They're running to the Pan-Africans like what's guy's name? The freaking Prince of Scam Africa. They're running to this guy.
Scam Africa.
They need him now. They actually going to a guy that basically said, I'm the biggest scammer. And now they running to him because he can talk slick. Well,
yeah, I'm Mr. Africa, so therefore I'm the biggest scammer of them all.
And they need him now. Look, FBA winning when they now want Umar back. That was not too long ago when everybody was throwing that heat on. They were like, oh, he's FBA. He's messing up Pan-African. Now they need him. And he's good. He's King Kong to them, but he ain't King Kong to FBA. See, you can be King Kong all you want in Philly. But even in Philly,
Nah,
FBA like, calm
he's Michael Jackson monkey bubbles to us.
down. Right. That's who he is. So we look at him now like, he's one of them guys that come on the block, the ones that always trying to scam me, got 3-car Molly in his pocket and all that stuff. That dude that used to come in the hood. We know him, but nobody is going to trust him. It's like, man, he will talk you out of everything. So when we're looking at him, they look at him like he's a savior for them, but he flip-flopping like Smalls. It's like this Pan-African stuff is like, it's just like, come on, man. We don't need that right now, man. You got to put that stuff in the history books for something not to do. Like what they call them book for dummies, like Pan-Africanism for dummies.
Oh yeah. You know what? Damn, that's a good idea right there.
you put that in the book, we'll read it because we only put dummy at the beginning. Now we get it. We understand that that's a shortcut to doing something that's probably going to be fixed wrong. Somebody gives you some instructions.
Yeah, that is an actually good idea right there. I'm really thinking about that.
Yeah, because
Pan-Africanism for dummies.
Yeah, because when you put it together, when you start driving, all the engine gonna fall out, the muffler gonna fall off, the doors gonna fall off, and everything. You'll be like, man, I thought I read the whole book. Be like, yeah, but that's really for dummies. But we're in an age now with our young people that they come up with stuff so fast they get the information. They keep thinking that this AI stuff is gonna do something to us. Like, bro, don't worry about it. We got that. We're not worried about. That's why we're doing delineation. That's why.
I'm still in that, bro.
Right.
I'm still in that. Hold on. I need that. I'm sorry. I need that. Hey, the next time I talk to one of these guys and they don't know their own history, like none of them do, I'm like, yo, you ain't read the book. And they're like, what book? Pan-Africanism for Dummies. Right. I'm using that, man.
Got his face on the front, right? And then got probably I guess
gotta have Marcus Garvey. No, gotta have Marcus Garvey and Dr. Umar. Gotta have him too.
On there, without the doubt, he got to be there. We're gonna put him there too. But they'll understand. They'll understand what's happening now because that's what's bothering them. These guys used to be like OGs to a certain degree. Now even they can't control their whole family. They gotta understand. FBA is a lineage. They know this. It's like, dude. It's like just when you won't even go to where you think you should be, which is in Ghana. I heard he got something over there. He won't even go over there. It's like, dude, you don't want to go there? You should be staying there by now. You should have done checked in, never come back to America. You can't be talking tough like that when we got things we got to do. Look, dude, we have been dealing with sellouts. Why you think we come up with so many songs talking about sellouts? We have probably made the most songs in the world about sellouts you will ever find. Our rap songs is mostly about sellouts. Our blues songs.
So why would they get mad at us for pointing out the damn sellouts today in 2025? It's like, yo, that's what we do, man.
That's
we
all
point
we
out
do.
the ops.
We do it naturally. Look, we point out sellouts. Look, what do you think when they would come out rap, when they first thing it was called posers, the biters, and stuff like that? We always have been exposing people because we know we've been living right beside our open enemy. We come up with rap, all that stuff. We went on. You call it the slaves. You call it the cotton fields. We made songs in the cotton field. We made songs. We building the railroad. We made songs. We were building the White House. And when we was making those songs, we were talking about somebody, and it was right beside us. That's why they wouldn't let us read the Bible. They wouldn't let us read books. They wouldn't let us do all that stuff. So we created everything in America. That's why they call us underground. When rap first started, the first thing they called it was underground. Everything we do, blues was underground. Rock and roll was underground. Gospel was underground. Everything that we do had to be underground because people always try and take something. They're trying to latch onto it. They try to be down with the colonizer. But like, look, dude, we know who the colonizer is. Y'all do too. But y'all love this one over here for some reason, man. They love the freaking colonizer over here. And the freaking and the liberals, they want them here too. Because they know they don't have no real, they don't have no claim to this land. Especially them females. Them
Marcus
female
Frothy.
liberals. Yeah. They know they don't have no claim to this land. So they'll take Matumbo, Lumbombo, you know what I'm saying? They'll grab him and hug him and love him and get a couple of these people over here and they'll love them. But they won't love us. They'd rather put them in class, they'd rather put them in school, they'd rather give them a job, they'd rather give them a car, they'd rather give them a loan any day of the week than to help our brother or sister, because they don't want to give it to us because they know that it's ours. Their whole thing is about trickery. So they join in with them, like Dr. Smalls said, the one with the other head. He got two faces. We got songs about that. Everything we do, we make soundtracks. So if you want to know about us, you can look in the soil too. That's why they call it Underground Railroad. Don't you know that's a track? Everything that we do has a track or something, a symbolism or something that's going back to a time. We don't need what Pan-African is giving us right now. Whatever you gave us at that time, we have already, we've used it. If it works, most of us don't know what the freak it is. I'm telling you who don't know what it is, Africa. These are the main people that don't care nothing about Pan-Africanism. And that's what's wrong with these guys. They think we supposed to care about it. It's like they showing up with some, you know, it's like an uncle that's coming like 20 years. You ain't seen him, and he coming there and he trying to give everybody a quarter. It's like, dude, it's like 1940. Just keep your little quarter. We want you to understand right now that we just want you to sit down, come down. We're going to give you some food and let you sit down and talk, but we're not listening to you because we know right now that you didn't want to join the fight. You wanted to go somewhere. So you disappeared for a long period of time. Now you're showing up and you're trying to talk to us. And the only thing we're trying to do is give you respect. And we keep doing that for these immigrants. It's like, yo, we are respectful, humble people. But you got to understand what's behind that. Behind that is burnt down Wall Street, Wilmington, race massacre, all these massacres. When we get pissed the freak off, because it's like this. We build, they get pissed off, they burn it down. They don't want us to have it. It's all because we do stuff. It's just in our nature to build our land. See, they won't even build their own land. In order to stop us, you got to put a highway through it. You got to gentrify us. You got to don't give us loans. You got to do everything 24 hours a day against us. Man, what are you talking about? Some Pan-Africanism? What the freak I need with Pan-Africanism when I got redlining? Freak you talking about, Duke? Our families have, look, we went in the military, didn't even get the GI Bill. What are you talking about? What I need with some Pan-Africanism? And matter of fact, a lot of those soldiers were down somewhat with Pan-Africanism. But if you talk to them today, like, man, it was a waste of time. All it was about was getting women in different countries and trying to launch onto something that really wasn't real, that Africa wasn't paying no attention to. Matter of fact, we over here having telethons and everything and Live Aid and Save Africa. Oh my God, how long have we been saving Africa, bro? I can't remember a time we wasn't trying to save Africa. And it's like we never been there, but we getting pictures of them, and they over there basically laughing at us because we send them money and they using it to overthrow governments. We're sending them money over there. They taking all the money and literally fighting each other and keeping the money. And then these politicians over here are sending them more money to overthrow the government again. You don't even have to do nothing but give Africa some freaking $10. They'll start fighting each other. Oh, the United States gonna send us something. Oh, we got to get rid of them. We got to get rid of that crew. Like you said, bro, you know your song, the one that you got on that anthem about the slave raiders.
Yeah.
You give them anything, trinkets, anything shiny, alcohol. Here they come, ready to fight. Now over here trying to put up a freaking business talking about African bread, African food, all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, you want to do that over here? You want to do that over here, really? Now they're confused about why we're looking at them. It's like, look, because we're not from Africa. We just respect it. We wanted to try to help you and build it. We made black popular for you. You got Somalians right now saying, we're not black. Today. So what do you want from us except for us to identify you? Basically for what you're here for. You said you were here because you ran. That ain't what we do. If you're running and we don't, we can't continue to have empathy for people that want to run all the time. See, if you're running, then we need to be giving you instructions. See, that's in our DNA, to give you instructions when you're running. See, even the Underground Railroad wasn't a run. They don't understand that was a whole lot of safe houses and all kinds of ways to make a
Well,
move.
let's start right here.
Yes, sir.
Let's start right here. We are moving around from a whole different people, group. Okay, that ain't ourselves. They are running from themselves. So let's just get that clear. Okay, we're the minority amongst the majority. They are the majority. There's no minority. Their whole country is the majority. The whole country is the majority. So they're literally running from themselves. They're running from they themselves is kidnapping them, trafficking them, assassinating them, targeting them, bullying, that's themselves. So even if they try that, it's no comparison. We are getting away from in our own country from a whole nother people who outnumber us in big numbers. You are the only people in your country. You're running from yourselves.
Incredible. That's insane. Just imagine that, bro. Look, and they're trying to tell us what to do while they're running from themselves. Like Smalls. He's running from the old Smalls. That's what the colonizers do. That's what the immigrants are doing. He want to be one. And I'm like, you're running from yourself. He's running for himself, which means that, like Elijah Muhammad said, I think he said, accept your own and be yourself. So he can't even do that anymore. All that Pan-African stuff and all that come together with people that's literally running from themselves when we supposed to be knowing who we are now. If it's so bad you got to run from where you are, you need to shut up. Don't tell me about your freaking land. I don't want to hear about it. If it's that bad that you got to run from your cousin, and then you just imagine how many. See, that's why they always want to go back. It's like they got so many, what you want to call relatives in other places that they got to try to go back and, talk to and get with. Half of them are brothers and half brothers and wives and cousins. You don't know who these people are. And when Donald Trump said that stuff about we don't know who these people are, see, we wasn't jumping on that train for a while, but we don't know who you people are, man. You people come over here talking about this my cousin and this my wife and stuff. They're probably not even your wife. It's probably not your cousin. It's probably not your name. We have to deal with you folks, and y'all coming here, and we don't know who you are. And you're pissed off that Donald Trump said, but right, he's like right about you guys. The only one that know anything is about the ruling classes over there, and they pick out the best out of the worst. They pick out the best out of the
worst.
Right. They pick out the best of them and make them family. It's like y'all are kidnapping inside your country and exporting kidnapped people that literally wanted to be kidnapped because they want to get out from under what you're doing to them in their own land. It's like y'all over there fighting all the time, talking about I'm Igbo, I'm this right here. And it's like, that's that slave raider type stuff that y'all were doing, that y'all don't want to talk about. Talking about you want some reparations. Who you going to get it from? Yourself? Because you shouldn't be getting it from nobody else. They should never mention, Africa should never mention reparations ever. They need to stop.
And look, I had cooked Kwame on that point because he was trying to explain why the AU has a right to take over reparations or speak on behalf or take the lead. And I was like, yo, why are they? I said, why are they talking about reparations? He got quiet. He was like, nah, they want to speak on behalf of the diaspora. I'm like, oh, you didn't mess up. See, because he realized that at the moment. He didn't understand that until I said that. He really thought that they deserved reparations and they was going to take lead. I was like, yo, why is Africa involved in reparations? He got quiet and thought about it. Oh, they want to represent. No, that's not why they involved. They literally tagged themselves into reparations. And when they are the ones that are, they owe as well.
Africa asking for reparations, which is why I love your song. That's why I love the FBA anthem that comes on, because that's like what you want reparations for, Africa. How many times Africa gonna get reparations from the world? It's like when they were saying save the world, they was talking about Africa, bro. You remember when you remember all them songs we used to make back in the days, and they were talking about, like we are the world. They really were talking about Africa. So everybody want to give money to Africa for the last like couple of 100 years. It's just been us like giving them money, and they literally overthrow governments with it. It's like you people are literally blowing everything you get. Then come over here and tell us we don't have a culture. Dude, y'all culture is backstabbing. Look, if it wasn't like that, we wouldn't make all these songs. And you never hear us talking about Africa in our songs. So when we making music, it ain't about Africa. It ain't Africa till we get some freaking immigrant come over here and trying to, cosplay. Then all of a sudden he want to give his freaking family or something a shout out. Then we might start talking about Africa. Other than that, right there, our songs are very, very American centralized because we've always talked in code. We've always delivered in code when we deal with anybody outside. And that code came from a righteous place. Their code is to try to trick us. They know they can't trick the Caucasian because they gotta knock on the door. He there. They knocking. Can we come in? Can we come in? See, we don't knock on no door and try to come to America when we here. They always want to come somewhere. That's why they all crying right now. Talking about, because all this is about knocking on the door and a white man on the other side, bro. Look, they want to let a white man gonna tell them, a white woman gonna say, yeah, okay, let me check your pants. They pat them down, like they do. They got them spreading their legs and stuff before they let them in. Because Donald Trump said, look, we don't want y'all in here. We don't know what you got. We don't know what you're doing.
He's spreading their legs when they come in.
Yeah, so you got a white cop on the other side of the door that's gonna pat them down. They smiling like you going through TSA, and they smiling and stuff, and then they looking over there at us. When we looking at them, they looking at us, right? Now when they first pat them down, they smiling because they know they gonna get let go. Then when they come over there, they be like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? Be like, you all right? Be like, yeah. Say, Dad, man, I see the people doing that too. You see, that's what it means to be in America. See, we know when somebody patting you down a lot of times. When we looking over there, that's a different feeling when we getting patted down than y'all. Y'all people are sitting over there smiling that you're getting patted down. We might start a fight on a plane, on a plane, on a bus, in a supermarket, anywhere. They're smiling.
You said they smiling to get patted down.
Yeah, because Zaddy's over there rubbing them down, right? Because he's used to it over there in Europe with them. But see, with us, we know everything about that. That's why when that slave raider thing, and also when they were chasing down slaves, see, we understand what it means to deal with them. For some reason, they smiling. It's like y'all smiling about everything until y'all dealing with us. Then they serious-minded. Even if you got a doctor, you got one of them in position. Oh man, they talking to you like, oh, sit down for a minute. You be like, hold up, doc. You just got here. You don't talk to me like that. But if they dealing with one of them, oh my God, all of them just falling all over their place to come in there. You got about 3 people coming, all of them speaking foreign languages. But now they understanding now. They're starting to treat us better. And it's like, yo, what you got to do? Offend these folks? You people got to be offended just for you to act right because they so used to them treating them so nice, and they pissed off all the time because they got to be extra nice to Caucasians. And we like this right here. That's your own fault. That's your fault. You got to be so nice. You wouldn't be nice if you stayed home. Bruh said, ain't nothing but you over there. Why you want to come over here to somebody that you got to literally be grinning at all the time? And then you look at people that got the same skin tone or something. And you look at us like, man, I don't know how they did this. But whatever they did to do it, I don't like it. I don't like the way y'all living over here. I don't like nothing y'all doing. Because over there, what we're doing, we're over there fighting each other over everything. You people are literally, you built this country. They cannot wrap their freaking brain around that. They keep on trying to talk about
that pissed them off.
Some pyramids. And I'm like,
Yeah,
bro,
I was gonna say that. That's the real thing. Because they hang their hat on the pyramids all day long. They want to go back 10,000 years, and we're hanging our hat on something right now, right? That everybody want to flee to, and that's pissing them off. Like, oh my God, because they get no credit. They get no credit for what we did over here. They get some credit for Egypt, right? But they get zero credit for what's over here, and that's what's pissing them off. Because 2 ways they get credit. 2 ways they get credit for what we built. 1, we got to call ourselves one of them, or 2, they got to tether on to us, and we got to allow it. Those are only 2 ways they get credit for what we built over here. and that's pissing them off.
And now they spoil. It's sad, right? Because now we done spoiled these folks, bro. And it's terrible. Because we got the Caribbean spoiled. We got a whole Africa got 54 countries, all of them spoiled. We spoiled them all like they're our children. And they very disgruntled. And we spoiled them so bad that they never had a spanking. And it's like they getting a spanking now, but the Caucasians is do it. The person that they used to getting whooped by is doing it to them. We still haven't spanked them yet. It's like we only want you around. That's worse for them than the Caucasians spanking them. They'd rather be like, man, I'd rather whack be 100 years in a row than y'all freaking step back from us. Why? Because you're the Wizard of Oz. When you pull the curtain, we see who you really are. See, we don't want to continue to try to save you from a man that you ran over here to. We're telling you like this right here. Go ahead and do whatever you got to do with him. But we got some serious business we got going on over here. If you come over here, you got to understand, we don't want to look at you folks like this because this is what we do. We don't need those type of instruction. That's why it's a lineage. See, y'all are tribes. See, our lineage is something that you can't teach this. You can't teach this. That's why it's happening all at the same time. And it's really causing a friction in our communities, but not really. It's not a real friction. See, this guy Smalls, he know he's on the wrong side of this right here. He can settle in anytime he wants to. You know what time it is. Why he's playing games. It's like, dude, come on. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Let's not do this right here. You know this Constitution that was written here. You know that thing is all about us. It ain't got nothing to do with these folks. When you're talking about colored and black on birth certificates and things like that, you're talking about census. These people don't have nothing to do with that. And if they did, they'd be down with us. See, you wouldn't worry about getting reparations if you was truly our cousin. Because we take care of our family. We always have.
That's a great point. And I gotta cut in. I always listen, right when that was happening, when we first started to say, hey, this ain't for everybody. This is for a unique people. And when they started to trip, and I'm talking about this was before my antennas were raised. Like, hey man, we got an issue here. I'm still thinking like there are brothers and sisters. And once they start to reject it and have issue with it, have complaints, like at first they was trying to act like it can never happen and they're gonna save us the time, of wasting our time. They try to act like, no, we're helping you out. It can never happen, And I remember saying that to some, because out here, Jersey, like a lot of your barbers going to be from the Caribbean, because there's a lot out here. Just like how the Africans like Dominic Braden, like a lot of them dominate some of the barbershops. So I remember being in one of their barbershops. And I'm like, hey, what's the big deal? Like, if we get paid, why you think we just gonna leave you out in the outskirts and don't do business with you, don't invite you to what we got going on? That type of shit. I'm like, why would you think we just gonna just leave you out? So that part I can never understand. Kind of what you just said.
Yeah, they can't understand it because they spoil, bro. And just imagine you spoil somebody so long. Look, bro, we done spoiled them people. We done spoiled the world, right? We spoiled the whole world, the whole light and dark, or whatever they call this brown, dark and brown coalition. We done spoiled these folks so bad that everything that you say to them, they throw a freaking tantrum. They throwing tantrums, grown men, 65 years old, throwing a tantrum because he got here 25 years ago. It's like, dude, you're throwing a tantrum as a grown man because people want to delineate. They literally attacking us everywhere because they feel like that, no, you can't do this to me. Like that, the 5 heartbeats that time when old boy said, you can't do this to me. Y'all can't leave me, not me. They think for real, like they want to be in both roles, like guy, like dude. But they cannot do that anymore. It's like you can't play. They're so used to backstabbing. It's like that, man. This backstabbing culture and cosplaying and kissing up to these folks. We own to this now. And it's like giving y'all a little pat on your head. I'm not calling them pets. But the bottom line is, it's almost like that. It's like your pet, he's rolling over all on his stomach. You know what I'm saying? Because you got upset. He talked to everybody else. You sit down, you pet. You know what I'm saying? It's like they just cannot believe it's coming from any of us because it's coming from all of us. And it's not out of hate. It's almost like, look, man, y'all not used to us telling y'all to shut up, but we used to telling each other to shut up.
Right.
When you hear
So
shut the up, that's us.
right. And
Normally
now
you
listen,
hear that from us.
it's after 1, so I gotta, because I'm gonna be back up tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna close it down now. Thank you for pulling up SLL E44. Appreciate the wisdom, like always. The chat was vibing with you. I'm gonna close out with the new song and then the outro. So appreciate you, SLL. Hopefully, the guy that called it earlier, the hater that don't answer any questions, think he just gonna give any old answer. He said, "Well, you can't control my answer, bro. I can't control your answer, but you can't give any old answer, especially if you're not answering the question. Then the question he gave, or the answers he gave back, and questions were stupid. They were stupid. Then he gets mad that I said they were stupid. No, they were actually stupid.
They were.
All right, so SLL. Let me play the outro song, the new song, and then I'm gonna, not the outro song, but the new song. That I'm gonna actually play the outro afterwards.
No
All right,
doubt.
man.
Peace
So
out, FBA
appreciate you.
family.
Yeah, so family, we're gonna do some reactions. I got hella content, and we're gonna actually do some reactions on Sister Sarah Seti. All right, we're gonna do something on her as well tomorrow. But let's rock out with the new song and then outro. Peace, SWL.
They not like us, they not like us, they don't like lookalikes, they not like us, they don't like us, they not like us, they not like lookalikes, they not like us, they not like us, they not like us, they don't like lookalikes, they not like us, they don't like us, they don't like us, they don't like lookalikes, they don't like us. We the original, number one, uno, we're not alike, you know. Y'all are liar, like we made in the image, our likeness. Our image is righteous, our lineage is priceless. You can't buy or sell it, they tried it, they tried to sell it, they tried it. They not like us, they not like us, they don't like lookalikes, they not like us, they not like us, they not like us, they don't like lookalikes, they not like us, they not like us, they not like us, they don't like lookalikes, they not like us, they don't like us, they don't like us, they don't like lookalikes, they don't like us. They not like us, they not like us, they don't like lookalikes, they not like us, they not like us, they not like us, they don't like lookalikes, they not like us, they not like us, they not like us, they don't like lookalikes, they not like us, they don't like us, they don't like us, they don't like lookalikes, they not like us. We the original, number one on the road, we're not out like you know. Y'all are all liar, like we're made in the image and likeness. Our image is righteous, our lineage is priceless. You can't buy or sell it, it's right. Can't buy or sell it, it's right.
All right, family, now the outro.
We have to start supporting ourselves.
And by the way, I gotta start using that damn StreamYard. I'm gonna use it. Well, I had the guy call in, so I'm gonna use StreamYard tomorrow. I'm paying that thing like $88. Zoom like $14. So let me use it because I don't even know if I like it or not. I don't even use the damn thing. All right, so let me use it tomorrow. Play with it.
We have to add value to our content. and our voices. Hey, hey, haters gone, hate supporters done it. Haters gone, hate supporters done it. Support me your own, don't support one of them clones. I'm really one of them ones, I'm really in my they dumb. Cash app, $sign on box rhyme. Haters gone, hate supporters done it. Haters gone, hate supporters done it. Support me your own, don't support one of them clones. I'm really one of them ones, I'm really in my they dumb. Cash app, $sign on box rhyme. I'm really real one of them. I'm really him, I'm really out here standing on 10. Like and subscribe, thumbs up the video. I'm really real one of them. I'm really him, I'm really out here standing on 10. Like and subscribe, thumbs up the video. Haters gone, hate supporters done it. Haters gone, hate supporters done it. Support me your own, don't support one of them clones. I'm really one of them ones, I'm really in my they dumb. Cash app, $sign on box rhyme. Haters gone, hate supporters done it. Haters gone, hate supporters done it. Support me your own, don't support one of them clones. I'm really one of them ones, I'm really in my they dumb. Cash app, $sign on box rhyme. I'm really real one of them. I'm really him, I'm really out here standing on 10. Like and subscribe, thumbs up the video. I'm really real one of them. I'm really him, I'm really out here standing on 10. Like and subscribe, thumbs up the video. Haters gone, hate supporters done it. Haters gone, hate supporters done it. Support me your own, don't support one of them clones. I'm really one of them ones, I'm really him, but they dumb. Cash app, $sign on box rhyme. Haters gone, hate supporters done it. Haters gone, hate supporters done it. Support me your own, don't support one of them clones. I'm really one of them ones, I'm really him, but they dumb. Cash app, $sign on box rhyme. Please don't, please support on it, on it. I'm really one of them ones, I'm really him, are they dumb? Cash app, $sign on box rhyme. Cash app, $sign on box rhyme. Cash app, $sign on box rhyme. I'm really real one of them ones that they dumb. Thumbs up, subscribe, cash app, $sign on box rhyme.